being driven by the Pacific Ocean. That is not something that we think folks ought to mess around with. We encourage people to stay out of the water until further notice.
Almost 18 miles south of Santa Cruz, a man has died after a large wave trapped him underneath debris on a beach. Just days before Christmas tragedy in Greensboro, North Carolina, as relatives and fellow officers mourn the loss of Officer Michael Horan. He was killed in the line of duty today as he responded to a call about a person with a gun inside a Food Lion supermarket. Greensboro Assistant Police Chief M.J. Harris.
A shooting occurred inside of the store at approximately 11 a.m. fatally wounding Officer Horan. The circumstances of what led to the shooting are currently being investigated.
The alleged killer of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson pleads not guilty in New York to state charges including first-degree murder as an act of terrorism. More on Luigi Mangione from CBS's Lilia Luciano.
He's simultaneously facing federal charges that could carry the death penalty if convicted. Mangione's defense attorney, Karen Friedman Agnifilo, accused Mayor Eric Adams of politicizing the 26-year-old's arrest after a dramatic perp walk with heavily armed officers last week.
Meteorologist Craig Allen says a weather system could affect travel between Christmas Eve and Christmas Day on the East Coast.
There will be a mix of rain, sleet, freezing rain, and some snow up and down 95 from Washington through Philadelphia and Baltimore. It includes the New York City area. There could be a touch of snow for Christmas Eve morning on Tuesday for the New York City area.
Former Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz fails to stop the release of the House Ethics Committee report on him. And CBS's Scott McFarland with some of what's in it.
The U.S. House Ethics Committee, which first launched an investigation of Gaetz 3 years ago, has issued a 42-page report of its findings, alleging they found evidence Gaetz paid a 17-year-old girl who just completed her junior year in high school $400 for sex in 2017 and made payments of more than $90,000 to 12 different women, likely for sexual activity and drug use.
Gaetz has denied any wrongdoing. Former President Bill Clinton is admitted to Georgetown University Medical Center for tests and observation after coming down with a fever. His spokesperson says he's in good spirits. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect your family, your phone, and your furry friends with life, electronic device, and pet health insurance.
Something magical happens when you unbox the best of British TV with BritBox. Stream acclaimed series starring Olivia Colman, Idris Elba, Sophie Turner, Matthew McFadden, and more of Britain's brightest talent. See what's inside, discover something remarkable, and uncover what perhaps you were looking for all along. Unbox BritBox and stream the best of British TV. Start your free trial at BritBox.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
One of the lead singers of Chic has died.
She sang one of disco's biggest hits. Alpha Anderson was one of the biggest voices of the era between her work with Chic and lending her voice with others, from Luther Vandross to Mick Jagger and Diana Ross. But Anderson also had 2 master's degrees and returned to an education career after the group disbanded. Alpha Anderson was 78 years old. Matt Piper, CBS News.
New Jersey gambling regulators have handed out $40,000 in fines to 2 sports books and a tech company for violations that included taking bets on unauthorized events and on games that had already ended. The New Jersey Division of Gaming Enforcement has fined DraftKings $20,000 and levied $10,000 fines on Rush Street Interactive New Jersey and the sports betting technology company Kambi. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-230-2777, 800-230-2777, or biglou.com.
Keeping the flow through your day. Wave 105 FM.
Good afternoon. It is 2:07 p.m. and that is your time check brought to you by Wendy's. Soft drinks are just $1 at Wendy's. Any size, anytime. Take a soft drink break anytime and get what you want at Wendy's. For a limited time only, excludes prepackaged beverages, sweet tea, unsweetened tea, coffee, cold brew, and Dave's Craft lemonades. Not valid in a combo.
Political status impacts almost every aspect of our lives on Guam, but many are unaware of our right to self-determination and decolonization. What does it mean and how can it improve our quality of life? Join the conversation, ask some questions, and learn more about your right to self-determination and the 3 legitimate political status options for Guam. Tune in to Challenge the Status Quo every Monday from 10 a.m. to noon on Wave 105.1 FM, presented in partnership with the Mission on Decolonization and Glimpses Media.
Hey, what's going on, Guam? Dicey Dice here, and I'm inviting you to join me on Power 98 Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. all the way to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We are covering anything and everything from entertainment, headlines. We are doing sports, giveaways, and more. And don't forget, the show is all being brought to you by Rigoroa Laguna Guam Resort, McDonald's. I'm loving it. Shouts out going out to Vitali's Italian Restaurant, Wise Owl Animal Hospital, Lotte Hotel, and Golf Espresso. Rolling with Dice in the middays, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 2 o'clock on Power 98 FM.
You are tuned into Wave 105.1 FM on the Brightside with your guest host, Charlie Hermosa, today from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And you can listen to us on our website, thewave105.com, or watch us live on YouTube, Wave 105 Guam. If you want to reach us on the line, please call us at 671-922-1051 or 1052. You can also text us on WhatsApp at 671-922-1051. The Brightside is brought to you by Chili's Grill and Bar. At Chili's, more life, great food, and memories happen here. Good to go, we deliver deliciousness. Order online or grab our app. Over 100 plus restaurants at your fingertips. Subway, eat fresh in just a few clicks. Order online at subwaypacific.com for pickup at your convenience or for delivery right at your doorstep. Online ordering at subwaypacific.com is powered by Good to Go, we deliver. At Subway, you gotta refresh to be fresh. At GTA, we start with you. Vitali's Italian Restaurant, craving Italian? Swing by Vitali's Italian Restaurant. Dive into our super pizza, enjoy creamy spaghetti carbonara, or savor the rich fettuccine alfredo. Open daily for lunch and dinner. Taste the best of Italy today at Vitali's Italian Restaurant. Now's that time for your real deal traffic report here on the Brightside. Slow traffic on Route 2 in Hamatak near the Seti Bay Overlook. Let's look at Hagåtña. Just a little bit of slow traffic on Route 4 if you're heading to the intersection and near the Agana Library. Let's look at Tamuning. There is slow traffic on Route 1 in Tamuning north and southbound at the intersection that leads to Route 14 or near the ITC building. Slow traffic on Route 10A in Tamuning if you're coming from the intersection on Route 1 heading to the intersection in front of the Guam Airport. Slow traffic on Route 1 if you're coming from the intersection that leads to Route 14 in Upper Tumon, heading northbound to the intersection that leads to Route 16 or near the Dedado Wendy's restaurant. Slow traffic on Route 16 and Route 27 if you're heading to the intersection near the Harmon McDonald's restaurant. Slow traffic on Route 3 in Dedado if you're passing the GRMC hospital heading to the intersection on Route 1. Slow traffic on Route 1 in Dedado if you're heading northbound if you're coming from the intersection that leads to Route 27 or near the flea market, heading to the intersection that leads to Machechi Avenue or Route 26. And now for your traffic advisory for the week. Today, Tuesday, December 24th to Friday, December 27th, between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m., motorists are advised that the contractor will continue shoulder work along Route 14B and on the sidewalk into Manning. During this time, expect minimal lane shifts and intermittent lane closures. And that is your Real Deal traffic report here on the Brightside.
The views and opinions expressed in this show are that of the show hosts, guests, and callers. They do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the staff and management of Wave 105 FM, Glimpses Media, or any of our partners. As we strive to provide quality, respectful, and engaging content, we welcome you to participate in the conversation. Thank you for tuning in to Wave 105 FM, the sound of Guam. Enjoy the show.
And good afternoon, and welcome to the Brightside. My name is Charlie Hermosa, standing in for Paulie, and I have some special guests with me today.
Ho ho ho,
Miss Bobby, and if anybody didn't recognize that voice, is Mr. Johnny Atulai. And welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you for having us today.
Yeah,
No, absolutely. You guys are my other family. You guys are my other family.
Yeah.
So today's Brightside is going to be a little bit of a mix of Brightside stuff and a little bit of vet talk, right? I mean, the vet talk show was not because tomorrow is Christmas, so we're going to do a little bit of all things Christmas. Going to ask you some deep questions on things that you've requested in the past from Santa.
Bah humbug. I'm always on his naughty list.
Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, we'll talk about that as well.
This is true.
But let's wish all our servicemen, get this out of the way, that are on duty right now, that'll be on duty tomorrow for Christmas and away from home. Enjoy it. What can I've been in your shoes. Charlie's been in your shoes. Different situations, either in a rice paddy or hiding in the sandbox. And of course, Bobby, she wasn't born yet.
No, absolutely, and so we definitely want to wish all those everybody who's going to be not with their families this evening and then tomorrow. Obviously, for example, the first responders, right? So we need to have the police officers still, working the streets.
The corpsmen, the nurses on duty at the hospitals.
Absolutely,
the orderlies. Doctors
all
that are on
first
standby.
Responders.
Yeah. So we really wish all of them, and thank you for everything that they're doing. Definitely taking away from their time from their family. So we're always blessed to have that opportunity to be together. And I think something that I mentioned yesterday was I was really I was actually away last weekend. I went to see my daughter, and but on the way back, I mean the flight was packed, and it was great to see the amount of people that were coming back. Right, to spend Christmas and New Year's, with their families, the loved ones, friends, families. I mean, and I've never, ever arrived to Guam with such, so when the doors opened up, you coming out of customs, I mean, you would have thought like some superstars were getting off the plane or something. I mean, it was packed. People holding banners, welcome home. I mean, lays. I mean, you name it. It was, and you get this sense of feeling like, oh wow, like it's.
And were they all Asians?
No. All families waiting.
I'm sure it's a lot of Especially the kids that are attending college back in the
Yeah.
States.
Yep.
Or families that haven't been home in a while. I think they're all coming home to spend the holidays here. But another thing that you see when you walk out of the airplane are all those wheelchairs that are
Oh, yes.
are there to pick up all those, the people that need.
People have been hospitalized
Yeah.
out of Guam.
Or just handicap and need help in getting from the aircraft.
Yeah,
down to
no,
Customs.
absolutely,
So-
and talking about our good friend Vernon, her son is back. He's a Marine,
Yeah.
and so he's a Marine, and so he arrived.
came in last night.
He
We
came
were
in last
listening
night.
to the show.
Yeah, he came in last night. So
She
we're going to
must
try to
be
see.
happy.
Yeah, he's going to be here for a while. Maybe we'll have some opportunity to meet up with him, just to kind of talk to him and see how things are going with him in the Marine Corps and so forth. But it's again, those special moments are really and I was asking you about your families, and it looks like they came in ahead of time, spent some time here, and now
they're gone.
Now they're
Yeah. So
Well,
our
Verna's
granddaughter
special
Earl,
to me because ever since her son enlisted, and of course her brother and fathers were Marines.
Yes.
We followed him along. I said, yeah, he's in boot camp. Oh boy.
Yes.
Oh boy. Then he got graduated from boot camp to some other place, AIT or something like that, and we followed him along. So I'd love to meet the young man.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. He's got quite a bit of time now, even just serving overseas, and he's seen quite a bit so far, and that area that he's coming from is getting really really hot, right?
Yeah,
I mean, with
yeah.
Syria and all that, but again, it's a blessing to have family and friends out here, and we're going to continue with the theme, all things Christmas.
Yes.
But wanted to touch on a few things this morning that I was listening, and they did mention your name on earlier.
My
in the show.
name?
Johnny. Yes. With
Uh-oh.
what was going on? What was going on with the co-op? What was the co-op?
Co-op. That's a political basketball and an ongoing. Manny's working so hard. And speaking of Manny, I saw a picture in his office with two Guamanian Marines, one a colonel, and the other one, I believe, is a major. And I said, Manny, who are those two young guys? He says, those are my sons.
Oh, wow.
I said, really? And I never seen it because he said, I just broke that picture out. And for whatever and everything, in my day and age, if you were a E5 or E6 enlisted, and you was top dog, boy. If you was E78 or anything, oh, you the man. But to see commissioned officers now, and that the Reach Across America, I met a lot of young, up-and-coming junior grade officers that that they are going to be achievers.
Right.
You could just tell by their posture, their
Right.
decor.
No, absolutely, and you can tell that right off the bat. But so what? I mean, what was I missed I didn't catch, but I wanted to follow up on that. What happened with the co-op? Is there anything going on there that?
Well, it's a political thing, and what should have been completed and done 5 years ago. Manny's been handicapped with all this political fun and games. He lost $2.5 million to an engineering firm that was recommended by one of its board members this is going to be the design. But when Manny got a hold of it, and he looked at it and he said, that's not acceptable. That's not feasible for our operation. So there was $2 million went out the tube. And he's been suffering those things. It's like the one thing that feeds the island and everything. It's an ongoing thing about fishing. Fishing and having houses of ill repute be around. There's a reason for them to be there.
But I mean, at one point it was vibrant, right? I mean, the co-op was really up. I mean, it was working, it was moving, and then something just kind of got derailed a little bit.
Manny has always been so passionate about the co-op, and even at the old place where it was, they never really had enough fish because it was very popular. I mean, people come there and buy fish from the co-op all the time, and so
restaurants, right? I mean, I would imagine restaurants, right? Would
Rush what?
Restaurants.
Yeah.
Restaurants.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, even the local people go over to the co-op to buy fish. And so when they decided that they were going to rebuild the co-op, he worked really hard to even have a temporary co-op, which is happening right now. And the way he had it set up is actually really nice.
It's really nice.
It's really nice. It's a 40-foot container, right?
Oh, it's
a
couple of containers.
40-foot containers. And
But
so,
the ingenuity behind it had to be done by someone that knows his stuff.
Right.
And put together, because every increment to that is related to another section. And you got to always keep in mind that his room for expansion, which is always what you want to do, you never can tell.
Yeah, I mean, because yesterday we were also discussing, because it's the holidays, we started talking about, all this great food we're going to eat and, that we've been eating since Thanksgiving.
oh my gosh, tell me about it.
And so, we started talking about, healthy living, and Isa was very important to point out, and that we are not giving, we're not health physicians, so everything that we're saying is just, some things that we know, right, Isa? And Isa, to you, we didn't say hello to Isa. Isa, thank you so much again for
you guys are so nice.
for
Thank
allowing us
you.
to join you as well.
Isa, you're the best, honey.
Yes.
It's always fun to have you guys on.
Yes. But, we were talking about healthy living, and one of the things that we were, trying to discuss was the sustainability of us being able to go back into farming. And fishing is but I mean, just before you jump in there, Johnny, like is we somehow we have to go back and look at that, because whether it's fishing, whether it's farming, it's, getting our own fresh eggs, milk, cattle, I mean, there's no reason why we can't. I mean, so let me just leave it at that. There is no reason why we can't, right? Because we have the land, right? I mean, we have the manpower, but we have manpower that don't want to go into that field.
Of course.
Right?
We got these new kids up and coming. They don't want to get sunburned.
Right.
They don't want to get muddy. They don't want dirt under their nails.
Right.
All they want to do is, the accommodating thing for them is every answer to what question of what kind of crops grow on Guam. It's right there. Escabetzi and this and this and this and this and this and this, and you go down the line. What kind of fish can you catch on Guam? There it is. You can catch tatakat, salmoneti, i'i, atulai, and swordfish. But every type of effort needs a special direction.
Right. Sometimes
special tools, and of course everything. I can speak. I'm a farmer. You can ask my wife. I'm a farmer. Fisherman? No question about that.
Right.
My specialty is atulai, but I've caught every fish under the sun, except trolling fish. I've never caught a mahi-mahi, yellowfin tuna. I never caught a shark on a line or anything like that. A marlin? Oh, marlin. I got pictures of me standing beside marlin 3 times bigger than me. But did I catch it? No. And I admit to it. And those that don't admit to it and they say, yeah, I caught this off Tuna Banks or whatever, you lie. Fishermen are like lawyers. They're all lawyers. They're all liars. That's exactly the truth.
But in the context of what do we need to do to help the co-op out? I mean, is there anything more? What do we need for it to really sustain itself, to continue to grow and provide what it was set up to do?
You need to support the nucleus of fishing, and that is Manny Duenas.
Okay.
You need to support. He has undergone surgery. He's lost toes.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Manny's not healthy right now.
He's not healthy.
And I think part of that is being taken advantage of the people that are actually trying to build the co-op.
Right.
Yeah. We thought that everything was already set in place and everything was set in motion to go ahead and build the new co-op. But there's been so many things happening that it hasn't really gone anywhere.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, this sustainability, the co-op has the power to sustain the fishing if all the fishermen contribute and put
support,
and support the co-op.
And that's another thing.
Yeah.
It's like the Atulai now. These guys go out fishing at night, rod and reel. Yeah, they earn it. They work it. But you're going to kill your brothers for $8, $10, $12 a pound? That's why I can say I fed this island from Jigo to Molesso. If you didn't have it, she'd always say, uh-oh, here's a giveaway. Little old lady put up, car smoking, 5 kids in the back all scrambling. Cosinyo matalaikis the food stamps for Atulai. The crew already knew. Give me 5 pounds.
Yeah, and you would give it to them.
And give it to them.
Yeah, and so, because one of the things that we were discussing is about a lot of the, the preservatives, right? I mean,
Right.
and that's sort of what kind of led us into like the healthy living. And I was actually reading. No, I wasn't reading. I was actually watching a video. I was reading the subtitles, but they were talking about, like, for example, some of these ice cream sandwiches, and they are not, by FDA, they are not allowed to say ice cream because of the content, right? Because it's not ice cream. And so the person that was showing us the example took out an actual ice cream and it said, "Watch this." So they took it out, they put it on the table. Now, real ice cream, if it was ice cream, would melt.
Right.
Yeah.
This did not.
Stayed solid.
Yeah. Right? I mean, the vanilla, the
Right.
chocolate. And so that is like the
that would make you think, what is in it?
Yes.
What is that? Why isn't it
Yeah.
melting?
And so, but and that's one of the things that I want to continue to really push because, okay, there's no reason why we should not find ways. And I think there's a lot of programs out there that are trying to, build on this sustainability. But, what is it really going to take to kind of push the next generation to go out there and create, companies and co-ops, different co-ops. I mean, we have different co-ops for, in the
farming,
the farmers market, right? I mean, we have
that's a co-op, but is it working?
Right, exactly. And so that's a little bit, and then also, the cost, right? I mean, if we're gonna cultivate, right, and we're gonna say we're gonna get some eggs, we're gonna get fruits, vegetables, eat. And, they can be classified as organic, but, at what price points are they being...
Right.
And it amazes me, how can these kids survive in these financial distressful times? Milk, $10 a gallon.
At least.
What, orange juice, $14 a gallon. Bread, $7 a loaf. I mean, yeah, you can make it yourself, but you don't have enough time to do that and direct the homeland and go to work and fix the kids. How are these kids going to survive without tooth decay?
Yeah. No, absolutely. And so, as we get into the break, let's talk about a little bit.
It's break already?
We'll talk when we come to when we start talking about the food. I want to get into. I want to get into a little bit something more merry. And so, can we discuss and think about what were some of the dishes that were only prepared during Christmas while you were growing up? Are there any examples of that? And we'll talk about it when we come back.
Kelagwin Banadu.
That's so true.
Right?
It's a special thing. You're going to see all the Chamorro men go hunting for that Banadu. And if they didn't catch, they'll ask their friend.
Yes.
They still do that in Rhoda today.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, yeah. So we're gonna take a quick break, but when we come back, that's what we're gonna jump into.
Remind me to tell you that story about me, the federales accusing me of shooting Bambi.
Okay. We'll definitely touch on that story. So we're gonna take a quick break, and we will be right back on the bright side.
It may not be circled on the calendar, but Monday is Festivus.
A new holiday was born. A Festivus for the rest of us.
The manufactured holiday comes to us thanks to the TV series Seinfeld, from an episode first broadcast in 1997.
At the Festivus dinner, you gather your family around and tell them all the ways they have disappointed you over the past year.
Not exactly befitting of the holiday spirit, but a day to reject the commercialization of Christmas. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
Officials are investigating what caused a crack at a Colorado ski lift that forced the evacuation of more than 170 stranded skiers and snowboarders. It happened Saturday on a gondola lift at Winter Park Resort. A spokesperson says the lift stopped automatically when a crack was detected in a structural piece of the lift. Passengers were lowered down by ropes over the course of about 5 hours. No injuries were reported. Matt Piper, CBS News.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Something magical happens when you unbox the best of British TV with BritBox. Stream acclaimed series starring Olivia Colman, Idris Elba, Sophie Turner, Matthew McFadden, and more of Britain's brightest talent. See what's inside, discover something remarkable, and uncover what perhaps you were looking for all along. Unbox BritBox and stream the best of British TV. Start your free trial at BritBox.com.
One pill can kill. Fake pills often contain fentanyl. It only takes 2 milligrams of fentanyl, equivalent to a few grains of salt, to be lethal. Fake pills are often sold on social media platforms, making them available to anyone with a smartphone.
Talk early and often to youth about the dangers of misusing prescription drugs and the lethal dangers of counterfeit drugs laced with fentanyl.
Stay informed, stay safe. One pill can kill.
This public service announcement is brought to you by the radio stations of Glimpses Media Group, Wave 105 FM and Power 98.
Chili's wants to help you celebrate this holiday season with a gift for everyone. Purchase a $50 gift card at Chili's and receive a $10 coupon for yourself. Give a gift, get a gift. At Chili's, great value and memories happen here.
Hi, I'm Silas, and I'm 10 years old. Man, things are crazy these days. Why can't it be like 10 years ago? The milk was good, everyone carried me everywhere, and the music was awesome. Maybe milk's $12 a gallon now, and nobody can lift me. But we can bring the music back.
Oh, you wanted it, and now you got it. All the hits from the 2000s back on the radio. Every afternoon starting at noon with Maximum Millennium. Maximum Millennium, only here on the Sound of Guam, Wave 105.1 FM. Eat fresh in just a few clicks. Order online at SubwayPacific.com for pickup at your convenience or delivery right to your doorstep. Online ordering at SubwayPacific.com is powered by Good To Go. We deliver. At Subway, you gotta refresh to be fresh. Happy holidays from Wave 105 FM. Stay tuned, and when prompted, be the first to answer our stocking stuffer trivia question, and you get to choose a stocking. Best part is you get to take home whatever's inside it, too. Stay tuned and win big this holiday season. Your Wave 105 stocking stuffers are brought to you by Burger King, Lotte Hotel, TGI Fridays, the Guam Reef Hotel, KFC, the Riga Royal Laguna Guam Resort, Manang Picas, and the station bringing you the holiday sound of Guam, Wave 105 FM.
Merry Christmas!
The Fed's last scheduled meeting of the year. I'm Mark Hamrick with the Bankrate.com Personal Finance Minute. It will be a week before Christmas that Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell is scheduled to speak before reporters. It is expected he'll announce a modest rate cut of 0.25%. If that happens, it will be following the initial rate cut of 0.5, followed by a smaller quarter-point move. Why would the Fed be cutting? In part because our central bank believes that rates are still too restrictive, even after the cuts. Remember, they raise rates in response to an outburst of post-pandemic inflation, with the consumer price index soaring as much as 9.1% in June of 2022. Many price levels remain elevated, and the just-released consumer price index had a year-over-year increase of 2.7%. That's still above the Fed's 2% target. Observers will be also interested to see what the policymaking group has to say about the outlook for interest rates in 2025 and beyond. For more, check out Bankrate.com. I'm Mark Hamrick.
Hi, I'm Silas, and I'm 10 years old. Man, things are crazy these days. Why can't it be like 10 years ago? The milk was good, everyone carried me everywhere, and the music was awesome. Maybe milk's $12 a gallon now, and nobody can lift me. But we can bring the music back.
Oh, you wanted it, and now you got it. All the hits from the 2000s back on the radio. Every afternoon starting at noon with Maximum Millennium. Maximum Millennium. Only here on the Sound of Guam, Wave 105.1 FM.
TikTok is one step closer to being unwelcome in the U.S. I'm Brian Van Miller on Business. By the middle of next month, one of the biggest social media platforms could be banned unless it breaks ties with ByteDance. It's a China-based company. Last week, the company lost an appeal with a federal court that ruled against it. The company is arguing that the ban is a violation of its First Amendment rights. But the judge ruled that the government is protecting its people and limiting the data a foreign adversary nation can collect on U.S. citizens. Now, TikTok and ByteDance are expected to appeal to the Supreme Court, but it's unclear whether it will take up the case. Another thing unclear, whether the company will be thrown a lifeline by President-elect Trump. During his first term, he himself tried to ban TikTok, but on the campaign trail this time around said he's against doing so. And a lot of people seem to agree. They say TikTok keeps their businesses alive or brings in money they need to survive. Turns out stolen data may be less of an issue than paying bills. Brian Van Miller, CBS News.
Hafa Adai, everybody, it's me, Kyle Mandapet.
Hafa Adai, it's Reese.
And we want you to tune into the Morning Blender every single day.
That's right, there's a lot of things to do. Parties, birthdays to celebrate, songs to play, and of course some horoscopes if you're trying to find out about your day.
And plenty free stuff too.
That's right, all the free food and so much more.
So tune in to the Morning Blender weekday 6 a.m. till 10 a.m. right here on
Power 98.
Presented by Burger King,
Aganya Shopping Center,
Subway,
Pat's Tinting and Detailing,
and Chili's.
Now's that time for your real deal traffic report here on the Brightside. Slow traffic on Route 4 if you're heading further south in front of the St. Joseph Cemetery. Let's see, heavy traffic on Route 4 in Maritzo in between the Pier Park and the Bell Tower. Let's go see. Slow traffic on Route 3 in Dededo if you're passing the GRMC Hospital heading to the intersection on Route 1. Slow traffic on Route 1 in Dededo north and southbound if you're passing between the South Challen Henry Kaiser Street and the intersection that leads to Machechi Avenue or Route 26. Let's look at Hagåtña. There is still slow traffic on Route 4 at the intersection and near the Ganya Library. Heavy traffic on Route 6 if you're heading to the intersection on Route 1 in front of the governor's office. Slow traffic on Route 1 into Muning southbound if you're heading to the intersection that leads to Route 30. Slow traffic on Route 1 into Muning north and southbound at the intersection that leads to Route 14 or near the ITC building. Slow traffic on Route 1 into Muning northbound if you're coming from the intersection that leads to Route 14B. Heading to the intersection that leads to Route 10A. Heavy traffic on Route 10A into Muning if you're coming from the intersection on Route 1, heading to the intersection in front of the Guam Airport. Slow traffic on Route 1 into Muning, north and southbound at the intersection and near the John F. Kennedy High School. Slow traffic on Route 1 if you're coming from the intersection that leads to Route 14 in Upper Tumon, heading northbound to the intersection that leads to Route 16 or near the Dededo Wendy's restaurant. And now for your traffic advisory for the week. Today, Tuesday, December 24th to Friday, December 27th, between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m., motorists are advised that the contractor will continue shoulder work along Route 14, Challen San Antonio into Muning. During this time, expect minimal lane shifts and intermittent lane closures. And that is your real deal traffic report here on the Brightside.
The views and opinions expressed in this show are that of the show host, guests, and callers. They do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the staff and management of Wave 105 FM, Glimpses Media, or any of our partners. As we strive to provide quality, respectful, and engaging content, we welcome you to participate in the conversation. Thank you for tuning in to Wave 105 FM, the sound of Guam. Enjoy the show.
And welcome back to the Brightside. Thank you so much for everybody who's joining us today on this Christmas Eve. Very festive. I think everybody's wearing their hats today. Thank you so much, Johnny and Bobby, for bringing these hats in. I think It's the
You
right
look-
time.
You look like an elf, man. You look like an elf.
You
But
both look
Santa's
like an
help.
elf.
Santa's help. Before we go on, when you called us and asked us to come on the show with you, we gave notification to VFW, Purple Heart, the Task Force, all the other nonprofit organizations. We let them know that, hey, we're going to be with our brother Charlie, and you got anything to say? You want to do shout-outs to your loved ones? Give us a call.
Absolutely, please.
And the number is 671-922.
Okay.
1051.
There you go. All right.
Viva.
Viva,
I think you finally got it. All right.
Or 1052.
He didn't have to look at his
he
notebook.
He added the 105 too.
And we're also broadcasting
Via YouTube.
On YouTube. So
Yes. So you can watch us on
everybody-
YouTube. Yeah. Say hello. And as you know, as Johnny said, yeah, please give us a call. I mean, let us know what's going on if you're, well, actually Gov Guam is off, right? So
Yeah.
they're either listening to us at home or they're driving
Or
to the store,
barbecuing,
barbecuing
drinking with the
already.
boys.
Yes, absolutely.
Getting ready for tomorrow.
Getting ready for tomorrow.
Or
So
even celebrating tonight.
absolutely. Give us a call. Let us know. Let us know what's going on. Even just kind of give us a heads up because I may have to. I did go yesterday. I made a quick pit stop.
How'd that go?
It was a little crazy. Just picking up some stuff. I just ended up going to the supermarket and getting some stuff. But the
How was Ross?
I didn't make it at Ross. I
Forget it.
I drove
Isn't
by.
that place fabulous? I've been there twice. Bobby drugged me down there twice, and I said, let me go in and see what if it's changed. That is the craziest place I ever been to in my life.
Let me just tell you, and when you compare that Ross to any other Ross on the mainland, they don't even come close.
No,
Like,
they don't. They
I
don't.
mean, we have everything here. Honestly, like
Yeah.
we
And
have
they
everything.
have a lot of items, a lot of clothing, shoes, earrings. That's where I got
They
those
have everything.
special
Yeah.
They have
headphones.
everything.
You know, we were talking yesterday because, and that's one of the things, right? One of the things that I struggle is during the time that I go to Ross. You know, the lines are usually because it's prime. You know, it's right after work and so forth. But the times that I've had items and I'm like, this is a jewel. I can't lose this. And so, I always go towards the pillow section. And I put it behind the pillows. And
you put it behind?
Yeah.
And
so
for you to come back later?
Yes, yes. And when I pulled the pillow the first time, other gems were there. People
the
were
same
the
idea.
same
Hiding it,
idea.
right?
Yes. So if you're thinking about it, and I was talking to one of the employees, and they go during the nighttime and they try to clean out all that
Yeah.
stuff, but you know, during the daytime, kind of peek behind those pillows. You'll find some gems there that are like, wow, I can't. I'm telling you, do it and come back and let me know. But yeah, so I went back to place and I was like, and then I was like, what is this knife set? I was like, looking at those. Yeah,
Nice.
people were thinking the same thing, and I usually, if it's something that I really truly need, I'll come back. But I wasn't about to wait in line, so I kind of
My first adventure was down in Tamuning when they first opened it up. That was crazy. I said, I'll never go back in that madhouse again.
Yeah.
Then the second time I went to Agania with her, we were looking around. I said, wow, there's some really
Well, let
neat
me give
stuff.
you a trick on how you shop at Ross.
Okay.
You don't go alone. You go with friends or somebody that needs to go shopping. And one of you will stay in the line and the other will go shopping. And then when they're done, they stay in the line and you go and do your shopping. It works.
It does.
Really works.
Every time I went, the lines were closed. But I saw the one in Tamuning, 16 cash registers.
Yes.
And all these guys with these long poles on the basket. I said, what are these for? You know, so you won't run into each other, I guess, or something. But
What, on the cart?
So you don't bring the cart out?
It's so you don't take the cart out.
Oh, it won't go out the door?
No, it won't. It won't. That way they don't have to run outside and collect all the carts and bring them back in.
Oh.
Which actually is a smart thing.
But that's a good idea, Bobby. That's a really good idea. Tag team the shopping. I mean,
Yeah, and during the holidays, Ross opens at 5 o'clock in the morning. So, and a lot of people know that. So everybody has the same idea. Let's go early so that we can get to the good stuff.
Yes.
But everybody's
as cheap
there
as it
at
is,
5
they don't
o'clock
have
in
to
the
do
morning.
Black Friday.
No, I
Because
mean,
it-
like
know.
I said, you'll find some some great items there. I mean,
Oh,
the
yeah.
prices are just amazing. But
Yeah.
but again, if you're out there and you're listening to us, give us a call. Let us know what's going on. If you're doing last minute shopping or you have an interesting story you want to let us know. But today is all things Christmas. So Bobby and Johnny, thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
On this Christmas Eve. And one of the things that we left in the last half hour was we wanted to talk about foods
Mhm.
that just pertain during this holiday season. What do you remember? What do you recall? What are some of these plates that
Well, for me, growing up, my dad was the chef of the house because when he was in the Navy, he was like a chief cook or something like
Okay.
that, right? So Dad was always doing the cooking, and that's where I picked up everything that I know as far as cooking is from my dad. And we always had ham,
Okay.
and we always had, if we didn't have turkey, we had a pig.
Wow.
A
Joan.
roast pig.
Wow.
Growing up.
Yes.
Yes. And then we always had the stuffing. So whether you have a pig or a turkey, there's always stuffing to go in either one of them. So that's the fun part.
Wow.
You know, Chamorro stuffing is so different from American stuffing.
We-
We don't use the box and all
Yeah.
that stuff. We do everything from scratch.
Yes, I've seen that.
So, and I picked that up, and my kids picked it up, and my grandkids picked it up. So they don't want anybody else's stuffing unless they make it themselves.
Yeah, and with that, we have a caller.
Yeah, we have Joe Malik on the line.
Oh,
good old Joe.
Good. Half a day. Good. Joe, are you on?
Yeah.
Hey, thank you so much for calling in. How are you?
Oh, I'm okay. I just want to shout out to Seabuck.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
yes.
That's nice.
I mean,
I received my VA card.
Oh, he received his VA card.
oh, good. I mean, and those things, and thank you so much for letting us know because we'll definitely make sure that Dr. McDermott always gets those positive messages as well.
Exactly. Exactly. Good things happening.
Actually, on your day of birth,
Uh-huh.
you have to report in to Seabuck, and they'll take your picture and mail it to your home address. I had mine last week.
Joe,
So, yeah.
Burry, you should have 15 pictures in there. Every birthday you got, you should have 15 pictures and 15 ID cards.
No, I should have 81.
81?
81.
Wow.
Because I'm 81.
You just celebrated a birthday, Joe?
Last month? Yeah.
Ah, happy belated birthday and Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Joe. Do you have any plans? What are the plans for Christmas? Did he hang up?
He probably accidentally hung up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll call back.
No, that's
He'll
good. That's
call
good.
back.
So going back to so what's the are there any secrets behind the stuffing? Are there any traditional things that the Chamorro stuffing would?
If you like, I'll give you her recipe. I'll vouch that it's
Yes.
the number one dressing in the world.
Let's
Trust
ask
me.
Isa. She's tried the stuffing. Isa, how did you like that?
Oh, it was really good. Yeah. Homemade stuffing is the best.
Right? It
Mhm.
is. It is absolutely
You
the
can
best.
always add whatever you want in your stuffing.
Oh, yeah.
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 Some people like
Everyone
raisins.
has their
Okay,
own
I like
special
raisins in my
ingredient.
stuffing.
Oh, I do too. Raisins and apples.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so like those are very What are some other dishes do you think that are just specific for the holiday season that people just bust out just for the holiday season?
Man, for me, I go all out.
I'm spoiled. I'm
Potato
spoiled.
salad, red rice, green bean casserole. And of course, my kids take care of all the desserts whenever we have a gathering. But Grandma and Mom always takes care of the main.
Oh,
the
wow.
main stuff.
But I told her this is the last time you're doing a turkey.
He's talking about Thanksgiving. I think
Oh.
I roasted a 27-pound turkey.
And
on
she says,
Thanksgiving.
honey, can you pull it out? And, oh, no problem. You know, Macho Johnny. I bent over that stove, burned my forehead, burned my hands.
It was that heavy, yeah.
It was
heavy.
heavy.
It was
I
heavy.
said, after
Yeah.
that, I told the kids at the party after, don't ask Grandma to do another turkey unless you want, what do you call those little hens?
The
She'll
smaller
do that
ones.
in a microwave.
Yeah.
But if you have any special dishes, give us a call. Let us know exactly what are some of the special dishes that you have that you and your family enjoy during this holiday season. Because I know usually, there's a lot of families that have just things that they do just during this holiday season.
Yeah.
Well, what do you have in your family? Because you're originally from Puerto Rico, right?
Well, no, I've lived in Puerto Rico. My family's actually originally from Ecuador, so it's more
Ecuador.
like South American type style foods.
Yeah.
And
So-
but so for example, traditionally there's certain what I think everybody would know like tamales look
Yeah.
like, but these are the ones that they use the green bananas to grind it, but it's a process,
Right.
And so the families will only do it during the holiday season because it's a long process.
Right.
No,
So
that's
it's-
like
you're-
buñuelos,
yes.
dogos, the yams that they do.
I was
the
Yes,
just
Yeah.
gonna
exactly.
say that.
That's
You
exactly.
got to squeeze it, scrape it.
Yes.
The hardest
That's
part
one
is
of the
digging that
dishes.
sucker out of the
Yeah.
ground, boy.
And so because it's such a process, and then they put it in leaves,
Yeah.
right? And then you steam them, you cook them, and
Yeah.
but it's a lengthy process. I mean, you see the everybody working in
Right.
the kitchen, you're
Yeah,
just grinding
yeah,
it out,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I can see why it's only during the
Well,
holiday
let
season.
me ask you this.
Final product, though, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's been a while since you've been back to your original home. It's been a while, right?
Well, I was born in New York, but it's
What are you, man? You a transplant from? You got all
this
up
is
and down.
this is my home.
I was going to ask the similarities in the foods that you basically remember.
Oh yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, no. So that the foods. I mean, the Chamorro foods, and the South American, Central American, Caribbean.
Uh-huh.
They all have pretty much because we were, we have all Spanish lineage, right? There's certain foods that have it. Even the name kind of sounds the same.
Yeah.
But the only difference is the spices, and so
Right.
that's what changes it up. So,
Yeah.
for example, Isa was asking me, what am I gonna bring to the party tomorrow, to the family gathering, and I'm gonna make some what we call arroz con gandules, right? And that's
Arroz con
so it's the red rice version, right?
Uh-huh.
But it's more Creole taste. So when you taste the rice, it is very flavorful. It's very spicy. It's
Yeah.
very Creole, Caribbean.
Compared to the Howley foods, when they just do a turkey and gravy and cranberries, and once in a while they it's funny, they incorporated lumpia. When I went to last Christmas in the States, what was it? What were we there for? Wait, we can't open the table yet because my brother hasn't come back with his specialty. What is it? He's getting lumpia. I said lumpia.
Yeah, no, you'd be surprised. I mean, and so a lot of the foods, but it's the spices that are
Yeah, that
different.
makes it different.
Difference,
Yeah.
yeah. You could say I would be like, and then obviously here we use a lot of soy sauce and oyster sauce, right?
Right.
And so that makes it a little bit different as well. So we do have.
Yeah, we have Jane Sasai on the line.
Okay, all right.
She's in Texas, right?
No, she's in
Good
Ala-
afternoon,
she's
Merry
in
Christmas, Jane.
Alaska.
Hi, Merry Christmas.
Merry
Christmas, Jane.
Christmas, Jane.
Hi, that's my favorite
Hi.
Purple Heart.
We miss you.
I know, and I won't be there till next year.
Oh, okay. But at least you're planning on coming back here.
Yeah. So what are you doing
Yeah,
for Christmas, Jane?
What was that?
What are you doing for Christmas?
Just family. It's too cold to go out. It's
Where,
been,
where are you at exactly?
thing-
Where are
At
you
the
at
North
exactly? The North Pole? Come
Yeah,
on,
she-
now.
no, she is.
Hey.
She's in Alaska.
You asked.
Alaska's not the North Pole. That's the
Yes.
Arctic. That's the Arctic.
Yeah, it is. It's up there.
Oh, girl, you're freezing your boom
I'm,
off.
I'm actually right in between the Army and the Air Force, Allison and Reinwright.
Have you seen the Aurora Borealis yet?
Oh, yes. Haven't you seen the
The
picture I
Northern
posted?
Lights? Oh, that's one of the things I want to see.
A bucket list, yeah.
Yeah.
Not
It's
me.
beautiful,
Northern
but it
Lights.
usually comes late at night and it's freezing outside.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
And Jane, what do you do you have any plans for Christmas?
Well, it's just family. We're gonna just. I wish I can be there to join in the delicious food that they're talking about.
Oh.
And the Vanello's doggo.
Yeah.
Girl, you missed an MOPH party. It'll make your tears come to your eyes.
I know.
All the guys crashed early, and the girls took over the show.
Oh my gosh! But give everybody my love and hugs from the North Pole.
Yes, we will. We will.
We appreciate. Thank you so much for calling in, Jane.
All right, thank you. Merry Christmas,
And
everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Christmas to you.
Merry
Okay.
Christmas.
I was going to ask her how's she listening to us on the radio or
Probably YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, most likely YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah, most folks that are off island usually catch us on YouTube.
Okay.
But yeah, so the other so we have our similarities in plates, but then when our folks move to the mainland, you know, they're trying to find the ingredients,
Right, and it's hard to find those ingredients.
and so I didn't realize, you know, we have a little bit of gold dust here, right? The lemon powder.
Oh yeah.
And because and it's kind of reversed because somebody in Las Vegas was telling me that they found a store where they sell the lemon powder, but it's like the price is like through the roof.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's through the roof.
Yeah.
We're always sending care packages to the States.
With that
lemon
Yes.
powder,
Yes.
chili powder, frozen fish and everything, you know.
But you know what? In the States now, they have these Asian stores that sell these different things. So a lot of the stuff that you could find, like hot pepper, for example, they can find hot pepper back there.
Yeah.
But then again, like you said, the prices that they have on those things are through the roof.
Yeah, it's a little.
The biggest bust was chorizos. You know, he comes in a can about
the
25.
Spanish sausage.
The Spanish
Chorizos
sausage.
Espanol, yeah.
So they always say, "Oh, can you bring us some Spanish sausage?" Spanish. Well, we went and got 2 cans, right? And they weigh about 1,000 pounds each. As we were unloading, one rolled out of the pickup, rolled down the driveway, went across the road. I said, "You go get it." And while she was looking at that, I looked at the label, "Made in Arizona." Arizona? You're carrying this stuff, 10 pounds, overweight and everything. Oh, you're lucky you work for Continental. Come to find out, just 2 stores down at one of the little mom and pop stores, here's the cans of chorizos from, you know, they can't sell it in the States, only Commandeer black market they get. Here's these cans.
Well, there are some products that are made in the States, but they're not for sale in the States.
Right.
They send them. They ship them off.
Yeah.
Because they make more money when they ship it away from
I
where
don't
they
care
make it.
what's the reason, but you didn't get it in Arizona. They make it in Arizona. It's got to be a black market there someplace.
But that's the other like, so in the different chat groups that I'm in, that's the other part of, you know, families that are living on the mainland right now. They're, you know, sending messages, hey, we need this, can you send us this?
Oh,
and,
care
you know,
packages.
the care
Yeah.
package, you know, getting ready for, you know, to make their dishes for the holidays there.
Exactly.
But, you know, and that's one of the things, like, that's the other part about, I love this, like, Thanksgiving, you know, the Christmas holidays, then leading up to New Year's is just like the families coming together, cooking, you know,
Right.
everybody kind of looking forward.
Well, the way everything's transported, you can send a small box of frozen fish through the mail now, or hand carry it, and it'll be just as frozen as the day you wrapped it. You made 2 days, 3 days in the old days when she used to haul fish to the States.
Yeah, no, you can't really send frozen goods through the mail.
No, excuse the mail. I was wrong. But I'm talking
it's-
about hand carry.
Yeah.
That's why when we go to the States, my God, it looks like boxes of this and styrofoam all taped up and tied up, you know. Tataga, guili, all kinds of, because they don't have it there.
Right. No. And that's the other part. So with that, we're coming up to the top of the hour, and we're going to take a quick break and wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. We'll be right back on the bright side.
KGUM FM, Hagatnya, Guam. The sound of Guam is Wave 105 FM.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Portions of the West Coast are getting high wind and an atmospheric river. The Santa Cruz Wharf partially collapsed and fell into the ocean during a high surf warning. 2 people were rescued and a third swam to safety. KION TV's Astrid Castro heard from Mayor Fred Keeling.
That restroom could be seen resting on the beach near the mouth of the San Lorenzo River. Even with the damage so far, officials remain worried.
We're anticipating that what is coming towards us is more serious than what was there.
Others on the wharf just feet from where it collapsed tell me they're grateful to be safe.
18 miles south of that area near Watsonville, a man died after a large wave trapped him under debris on a beach, likely related to the storm. Some folks in the Midwest and Northeast look like they'll have a white Christmas. Meteorologist Craig Allen.
There is snow now falling across the Great Lakes, and it includes areas from Michigan over towards Toronto, western New York State, Ottawa, moving towards Quebec. And for those of you that are traveling through New York State to get to those areas, there is snow that is breaking out all through western and northern New York State. It's moving over towards New England.
Travel is in full swing as Hanukkah and Christmas draw near for this traveler at Chicago's Midway Airport.
It doesn't seem as bad as I would have thought. We were kind of up all night hoping that we would not get too late and there would be, traffic and crowds, but everything seems okay.
Total delays within, into, or out of the U.S. today are over 4,859 flights have been canceled, according to FlightAware.com. The House Ethics Committee releases its report on the alleged conduct of former Republican Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz while he was in office. CBS's Scott McFarlane has more.
The U.S. House Ethics Committee, which first launched an investigation of Gaetz 3 years ago, has issued a 42-page report of its findings, alleging they found evidence Gaetz paid a 17-year-old girl who just completed her junior year in high school $400 for sex in 2017 and made payments of more than $90,000 to 12 different women, likely for sexual activity and drug use.
President Biden grants executive clemency to 37 out of 40 federal death row inmates. The move reduces their sentences to life without the possibility of parole.
He once wrote legislation expanding the federal death penalty.
I am not Mr. Soft on crime. I'm the guy that put these death penalties in this bill.
But 4 years ago, then candidate Joe Biden campaigned to end it. And as president, he paused federal executions.
That's CBS's Ed O'Keefe. Organizational goods retailer The Container Store has filed for bankruptcy protection. It has struggled with mounting losses and cash flow shortages. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Something magical happens when you unbox the best of British TV with BritBox. Stream acclaimed series starring Olivia Colman, Idris Elba, Sophie Turner, Matthew McFadden, and more of Britain's brightest talent. See what's inside, discover something remarkable, and uncover what perhaps you were looking for all along. Unbox BritBox and stream the best of British TV. Start your free trial at BritBox.com.
The Associated Press is out with its Male Athlete of the Year.
Third time's a charm for Dodgers two-way superstar Shohei Ohtani. He was named AP's 2024 Male Athlete of the Year, tying Michael Jordan in winning the award for a third time.
There's a towering drive down the line. Ohtani's broken through. It is gone. A majestic home run into the second deck.
The call courtesy of Fox. Ohtani became the first 50-50 player in baseball history with 54 homers and 59 stolen bases, winning the MVP award this year for a third time. Erica Herskowitz for CBS News.
U.S. officials are planning to phase out the leading decongestant found in Sudafed, NyQuil, and other medicines, concluding that it doesn't actually relieve nasal congestion. For consumers, it will likely mean switching to nasal sprays or older oral decongestants that were moved behind the pharmacy counter almost 2 decades ago. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Begin. We are Guam. Wave 105 FM.
Good afternoon. It is 3:06 p.m. and that is your time check brought to you by Wendy's. Soft drinks are just $1 at Wendy's. Any size, anytime. Take a soft drink break anytime and get what you want at Wendy's. For a limited time only, excludes prepackaged beverages, sweet tea, unsweetened tea, coffee, cold brew, and Dave's Craft lemonades. Not valid in a combo.
With decades experience in Guam and the region, Take Care members have access to the largest offering of free fitness classes and health education programs. Membership also includes the high-quality credentialed network of on- and off-island healthcare providers and the one-stop FHB Health Center and urgent care. Ask for Take Care. Call 671-647-3526. Go to takecareasia.com for more information. Take Care. Our island, your health plan.
Get ready for an exciting afternoon with me, Ed Suarez, on the Ed Suarez Live Show, Monday through Friday. Tune in for your daily dose of motivation that will kickstart your drive, a self-care corner to nurture your soul, and stay tuned for the games and giveaways. The Ed Suarez Live Show is brought to you by Pure Swing Golf, FHB Health Center, Burger King, Rotary Sushi, GTA, Rui Spa, and Live House Guam. Tune in to Ed Suarez Live on Power 98.
You are tuned into Wave 105.1 FM on the Brightside with our guest host Charlie Hermosa filling in for Polly Suba from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And you can listen to us on our website, thewave105.com, or watch us live on YouTube, Wave 105 Guam. If you want to reach us on the line, please call us at 671-922-1051 or 1052. You can also text us on WhatsApp at 671-922-1051. The Brightside is brought to you by Chili's Grill and Bar. At Chili's, more life, great food, and memories happen here. GTA, we start with you. Subway, eat fresh in just a few clicks. Order online at subwaypacific.com for pickup at your convenience or for delivery right at your doorstep. Online ordering at subwaypacific.com is powered by Good to Go, we deliver. At Subway, you gotta refresh to be fresh. Vitali's Italian Restaurant. Craving Italian? Swing by Vitali's Italian Restaurant. Dive into our super pizza, enjoy creamy spaghetti carbonara, or savor the rich fettuccine alfredo. Open daily for lunch and dinner. Taste the best of Italy today at Vitali's Italian Restaurant. Now's that time for your real deal traffic report here on the Brightside. Slow traffic on Route 4 in Chalampago at the intersection that leads to Route 10 if you're trying to make your way to Sonia. Slow traffic on Route 16 if you're coming from the overpass heading to the intersection near the Harmon McDonald's restaurant. Slow traffic on Route 3 in Dededo if you're passing the GRMC hospital heading to the intersection on Route 1. Slow traffic on Route 4 at the intersection near the Agana Library. Slow traffic on Route 1 into Munning southbound at the intersection that leads to Route 14 or near the ITC building. Slow traffic on Route 10A into Munning if you're coming from the intersection on Route 1, heading to the intersection in front of the Guam airport. Slow traffic on Route 1 into Munning north and southbound at the intersection near the John F. Kennedy High School. Heavy traffic on Route 1 if you're coming from the intersection that leads to Route 14 in Upper Tumon, heading northbound to the intersection that leads to Route 16 or near the Dedado Wendy's restaurant. And now for your traffic advisory for the week. Today, Tuesday, December 24th to Friday, December 27th, between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Motorists are advised that the contractor will continue shoulder work along Route 14B and on the sidewalk into Munning. During this time, expect minimal lane shifts and intermittent lane closures. And that is your Real Deal traffic report here on the Brightside.
The views and opinions expressed in this show are that of the show hosts, guests, and callers. They do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the staff and management of Wave 105 FM, Glimpses Media, or any of our partners. As we strive to provide quality, respectful, and engaging content, we welcome you to participate in the conversation. Thank you for tuning in to Wave 105 FM, the sound of Guam. Enjoy the show.
And welcome back to the Brightside. My name is Charlie Hermosa, standing in for Paulie. I have two special guests here today, Miss Bobby and Mr. Johnny Atulai. Thank you so much for joining us again for another great hour of great discussions.
It's a pleasure when we get to signify our relationship with the community and giving out great greetings to all those hardworking people on duty at this time, and it'll be on duty tonight and tomorrow.
No, absolutely. And you know, one of the things that we were also discussing before was the fact that sometimes gifts are not monetary or materialistic. Sometimes just picking up the phone and giving a call to one of your friends, your family member, and just saying hello, wishing them a Merry Christmas, I love you, can go really a long way.
Yeah.
Of course.
And you know, this is a time of giving, and
and it's time of love.
Yes.
And especially through the hardships of this past year, which isn't over until the 1st. We've gone through some real hard times this year.
Yeah, and it's unbelievable. I mean, we're 1 week away from saying 2024, saying goodbye and welcoming 2025. And you know, I made a little bit of a reflection yesterday as far as what 2025 is going to represent for me, and I'm going to look at. And yes, thank you so much, Isa. But yeah, so if you do have an opportunity, you know, it is a time of giving, and if there's any opportunity for you to support anybody who's less fortunate than you, then do so. It doesn't have to always be monetary or material. Sometimes just a helping hand, a warm hug can always do a lot of good. So, you know, it's really
Speaking of a warm hug, Cora can give you a warm hug.
Yes, absolutely.
Cora.
Hafa Adai Court, thank you so much for calling in, and Merry Christmas.
Oh, is this John at Tulai Titanal?
He is on. Yes, he's on. He's listening to you.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to call in and thank him for his time spent to bring out all the benefits to all our veterans on the island, if they don't know already, but at least to reassure them that, hey, we have someone on the job thinking of them. And thanking Bobby as well, his wife, for her time being out there with him. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Kudos to both.
Thank you, Cora. You're the best.
Thank you so much.
And don't forget Charlie. Don't forget your happy birthday.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Love you too.
Thank you so much for calling in, Cora. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Thank you so much, and yourself, from my family to yours.
Thank you so much. And, you know, again, just these simple calls are just, you know, just kind of hearing the familiar voice. And
you know, we do the show week after week after week, and we get one call, two calls, but we wonder who's really listening.
Yes.
You know? Yeah, I think we'd be surprised how many people are actually listening to the show.
No, you would be.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of folks that come up to me, and when Johnny was calling me, what was Johnny calling me? He was calling me a different name. And when I went out, everybody was calling me that name. When
I forgot, but I remember that when he was calling you a different name.
I don't remember nothing.
Yeah, I know. So it goes a long way. And
it does,
if you have an opportunity to give a helping hand,
I run into a lot of people out there that say they listen to the show.
Yes.
Well, in this time of hardship, especially on
Yes.
Yeah, he's looking for me, I bet. Attorney Pete, are you out there?
But yeah, let's go ahead and grab the call. Senor. Hafa Adai, Senor. Thank you so much for calling. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas, of course, to you and to Johnny and Miss Bobby.
Oh, thank you.
I was listening to the conversation about the food.
Yes.
And I remember when I was living in the States, we would go to the pumpkin patch, and we asked the owner if we could just go ahead and pick the tips.
Pumpkin tips, right?
Yeah.
And did they let you pick the tips?
Yeah, of course. They're like, well, they didn't know what we were going to do with it, but they're like, sure, go ahead. No problem. But it reminded me, too, of, because that's a huge ingredient for motsitas.
Yes, it is.
Yes, motsitas.
Right, and a lot of people don't know that motsitas comes from the Spanish word morcillas.
Morcillas, yes. Yes.
Yeah, so morcillas is morsels. It's the blood sausage.
The blood sausage, exactly. Yeah, morcilla, yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
And so in Guam, we didn't make blood sausage, but they took the leftovers and they chopped it up and put a lot of vegetables, and then we had our own version.
Right.
But that's where our word morcillas comes from.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's actually a soup that they use morcilla for. They put it on a base of a little bit of bacon, and then once you poke a hole in the morcilla, it kind of spreads into the soup, and it is absolutely amazing.
Huh.
Yeah, and it got a little crunchy with the bacon, and
yeah,
no, that's a good one, absolutely.
And then the other thing that I remember my great grandmother used to make. She used to make menudo.
Oh. That's good too.
Not a lot of chamorros make that anymore, but the older ones did because that was from Spanish times.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's another good one too.
My great-grandma was born in 1901, so she said her elders spoke Spanish, but she was never taught to speak Spanish.
Wow. 1901.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, so
what did they put
remembers
in menudo?
Her older relatives all speaking Spanish.
Yeah. Have you made it, the menudo?
No, I tried.
Yeah, my grandmother used to make that quite a bit. My grandmother used to make that.
My grandmother's recipe, but it doesn't come out like grandma's.
You have to have that special hand to make that.
Yeah, my grandmother used to make like a stew, and she used to use a little bit of peanut sauce. It kind of changed a little bit of the flavoring.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I mean, you're bringing up some great plates. Getting hungry now, but I'm gonna throw a quick softball over to you. What is your wish list for 2025 look like?
My wish list is easy. I've been hearing, some of our local folks returning home.
Yes.
Either retiring or they're just tired of life out in the States. I want more of them to come.
Yes.
I want more people to come back. That's my wish list.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
That would be great if they started coming back home.
But it's something that we were talking yesterday, and but we also need to, and I need to plug this in, and I know we're talking about Christmas stuff, but we need to plug this in because we need to continue to talk about it. Is the fact that, but we also need to show them that they're coming to a place that is well organized. Like things are potholes are fixed. Buildings are cleaned. Let's not scare them. Because, sometimes that's one of the topics that we've been talking with, about our tourists, right? Crime and so forth, So those are the things that we need to, continue to talk about. I mean, we can't stop talking about that.
I like to look at Singapore and their history and what they've done. But at the rate we're going, we're never going to get to be like Singapore.
Yeah.
No, for
we
sure.
We just have our heads up our you know what.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and we need
but
to.
But this has got to change, Pete.
Yeah,
Pete, I'm going to be 80 in 2 months, and the thing of it is, when I look past the last 80 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, what is going to make that change? And I feel, coming from the top dog in the States, coming down the line, there's going to be a change. I just got this feeling.
What do you think, Pete? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh.
You know, again, going back to Singapore, they had some growing pains. They had a tough leader that just took no prisoners. He just steamrolled. But look at they're reaping the benefits now of that leadership back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, no,
that was a strong hand.
Yeah, no, but it was.
Have you been to Singapore? You've been to Singapore.
No, I have not, but I've actually.
I went. She took me to Singapore, and I'll tell you what. As soon as you got off that airplane, you knew that there was rules and regulations to abide by. Imagine getting caned for throwing a chewing gum wrapper on the side of the road. That's justice.
Right.
To me, that's vigilance and respect for authority. We need to bring that back. And guys like you, Pete, you're in position to do so. I can't. I'm just out there.
You mean you wanna like what was brought up with Senator St. Nicholas of caning? Like you want to cane people or
thrash them?
Oh,
send them back. Hey,
I got spanked by the principal and the teacher, and I turned out okay.
Yeah.
Pete, I got beat with a
battle.
belt. I got beat with anything my parents could grab on. And look at me, an outstanding student standing in the sun rays.
An outstanding citizen.
Outstanding citizen.
No, but and Pete, one of the things that ironically, I'm reading a book on Singapore right now because of that. I've read just the high level stuff, and so I really want to get more deep into the weeds. And there's a couple of things of how the whole thing happened, right? Big picture, they really, like you say, they steamrolled, they pushed forward, but it really all started with a vision. Like, when the prime minister was like, how are we going to look, 25 years from now, 30 years from now? And one of the things that they were doing was, okay, they didn't really do like, if we build it, they will come sort of mentality. But what he wanted to do was start from the educational standpoint. So they knew at some point that they were going to have a fuel refinery because they wanted to be fuel, have the sustainability with fuel. Same thing with food. Same thing with medical. But instead of building the hospital and then trying to recruit nurses and doctors, they created the programs from an educational standpoint
to teach them,
to teach first. So they created the workforce. They created the workforce, and then they went out and built the refineries, the hospitals, and everything that they did as far as food sources. So
a more recent example of that is Modi over in India.
India, yes.
He transformed India. He made them a tech state.
They're booming. India, if they stay on track, they're going to be another one of those countries that are really going to reshape their own destiny, right? I mean, because that's what they're doing right now.
Do they have homelessness? Do they have crime and corruption and all that kind of stuff? Or do they thrash them too?
Well, no, they do. I mean, they have all internal laws, but that's an interesting topic as well because like you mentioned, Singapore's got probably again, they'll cane you if you leave bubble gum on the street or you put a wrapper. Yeah. And so every country has different. There's other countries like look at the Philippines, right? They take it upon themselves I think the president, and correct me if I'm wrong, made that rule like, hey, listen, you police your own. And people were really going after the gangs and the drug dealers and saying
they were shooting them. Bang! What are you dealing? You're dealing drugs? Bang!
Yeah, and then and another one, another one to look at and to study, I think is I think I think President Trump is gonna look at this model that they're using in El Salvador with this major prison system. They went out into the country and just took everybody that was affiliated to a gang or drug dealers, and they put them all in jail, just like in one night.
The jails are empty. They send them all to Texas. The jails are empty. They sent them all to Texas and Alabama, and they came across the broken fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all passed the borders.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, so a lot of things that we can definitely look at, and what are your plans for Christmas?
Charlie, you hit the nail on the head. We need a visionary. The last visionary I remember was Carl Gutierrez.
Exactly.
He did some real visionary stuff, but if we're
he's
just
tired.
Keep recycling the budget over and over every year, that we're just going to keep spinning in circles.
Oh yeah, I mean, and you can see it. I mean, we talked about that when you I've pulled several budgets off the website, and it's not right because when you look at the 2021, 2022, 23, it's a copy paste. They're not adjusting anything. I don't know what's going on.
Look at the veterans. Look at the veterans.
You ever read that book, The Quiet Crisis?
No.
Yeah, it's about federal largesse. It's about how big and huge the federal government became, and it's just really a big welfare system, right? Having a federal job, and a lot of people just have jobs and don't really contribute or do anything.
Yeah,
exactly.
And so that's just what it is. It's just like that. We have people with jobs that nobody really knows what they do, and all they do is just copy and paste every year.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's the other one. That's the other one. When you go down in the staffing pattern, right? You have line items of people that are getting paid very minimal, but they know it themselves. They just show up and get a paycheck, and that's it. And we could be taking that money and doing something, really giving it to the folks that are doing the work and are taking the responsibility and taking accountability for everything that they do. But just having a body there, I don't know, because it's your friend's daughter or brother or whatever, just to give them a position,
It's called nepotism.
Yeah, nepotism.
One other thing before I forget, and I know we're coming up on a break, is the money that we were given for the energy credit or the energy power bill.
Yeah, the power bill. Yeah.
Look at how many millions of dollars that was. That should have been given for capital improvements in our infrastructure.
Right.
They pandered to the people, and what has that gotten us? What has that gotten us? We could have used that, close to $200 million that they ended up in total giving away. We could have used that for really good capital improvements on our infrastructure.
Yeah, I think one day we really need to really take a look at the outcome of that because, I mean, to your point, what did it do? I mean, so it was a short-term fix, right? But
that's one that every month they give you $100.
They were $100, yeah.
Well, that saved my butt a couple times because the power bill's so damn expensive.
Yeah, but
right.
also, no, go ahead. What I was going to say is that the way they did it was no other way to be able to.
It was good for people. It helped people, but in the long run, responsible parents have to not give in to the kids, for their wants, and actually, spend it on their education or something that needs. It's a need and not a want.
No, right, and we were, we've spoken to a lot of folks that said, "Hey, listen, I don't really need that extra $100." Yeah.
You ain't talking to Johnny.
Yeah, no, yeah, but I mean,
for some people, it really helped them out. For some people, but not everybody.
Not everybody.
No, but that's why it's short term. That's why it's short term.
Yeah.
But in reality,
but I'm just looking at the overall, close to $200 million. What that could have meant for our capital improvements in our infrastructure.
I mean, so think about that, and again, Johnny, just think about it. Now, if I said, Johnny, listen, you're gonna have to give the $100 back, but I'm gonna patch up all the potholes along the road along your house.
I told the governor when she said, Johnny, your money's in the bank. The $13 million for the cemetery is there. The only thing I could say was, thank you, and I'll believe it when I see it.
Mm-hmm. But would
all right, gentlemen, I gotta go.
Sounds good. All right, Pete, thank you.
Talking to you.
Absolutely.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry
hope
Christmas
Santa
to you too, Pete.
is nice to everybody and doesn't give you lumps of coal. But in Guam, if we get lumps of coal, we just use it for barbecue.
Absolutely, we need it. Merry Christmas.
Where are you calling from, Pete?
Jigo. I'm in Jigo right now.
I thought you was in California or something. Man, you sound far away.
No.
Yeah.
But Pete, thank you so much for giving us a call. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Yeah. Merry
and
Christmas.
thank you so much for calling in. Have a good one.
Yes, sir.
And so no. So we'll go back to that question because
what question?
The question was would you be willing to give the money back if I said we'll take that money and we'll put it and fix all the potholes along the road?
Too late.
No. I know.
And that's hindsight.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hindsight.
It's all hypothetical.
It's hypothetical, and I don't believe that hindsight and hypothetical.
But with that, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back on the bright side.
It may not be circled on the calendar, but Monday is Festivus.
A new holiday was born. A Festivus for the rest of us.
The manufactured holiday comes to us thanks to the TV series Seinfeld, from an episode first broadcast in 1997.
At the Festivus dinner, you gather your family around and tell them all the ways they have disappointed you over the past year.
Not exactly befitting of the holiday spirit, but a day to reject the commercialization of Christmas. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
Officials are investigating what caused a crack at a Colorado ski lift that forced the evacuation of more than 170 stranded skiers and snowboarders. It happened Saturday on a gondola lift at Winter Park Resort. A spokesperson says the lift stopped automatically when a crack was detected in a structural piece of the lift. Passengers were lowered down by ropes over the course of about 5 hours. No injuries were reported. Matt Piper, CBS News.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Something magical happens when you unbox the best of British TV with BritBox. Stream acclaimed series starring Olivia Colman, Idris Elba, Sophie Turner, Matthew McFadden, and more of Britain's brightest talent. See what's inside, discover something remarkable, and uncover what perhaps you were looking for all along. Unbox BritBox and stream the best of British TV. Start your free trial at BritBox.com.
Buenas and Hafa Adai. EduQuentus is now every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tune in at 105.1 Wave FM to listen to EduQuentus. EduQuentus is a special initiative by Guam Department of Education dedicated to shining the light on the incredible achievements of our students, teachers, and staff. Once again, join us on Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Wave 105.1, the sound of Guam.
Eat fresh in just a few clicks. Order online at SubwayPacific.com for pickup at your convenience or delivery right to your doorstep. Online ordering at SubwayPacific.com is powered by Good To Go. We deliver. At Subway, you gotta refresh to be fresh. Happy holidays from Wave 105 FM. Stay tuned and when prompted, be the first to answer our stocking stuffer trivia question. And you get to choose a stocking. Best part is you get to take home whatever's inside it too. Stay tuned and win big this holiday season. Your Wave 105 stocking stuffers are brought to you by Burger King, Lotte Hotel, TGI Fridays, the Guam Reef Hotel, KFC, the Riga Royal Laguna Guam Resort, Manang Picas, and the station bringing you the holiday sound of Guam, Wave 105 FM.
Merry Christmas.
Well, bless my biscuits. The holidays are here, and KFC's got just what you need to make them finger-licking festive. Our new KFC Holiday Feast, packed with 12 pieces of my world-famous fried chicken, hearty sides, and fluffy biscuits. And here's the kicker. You'll get a glass casserole dish with your KFC Holiday Feast. Hosting a smaller gathering, our 6-piece holiday meal is just as delicious and perfect for cozy celebrations. This holiday season, take a break. Let KFC do the cooking while you enjoy the loving. KFC, it's finger-licking good for the holidays.
Hey,
What's going on, Guam? Dicey Dice here, and I'm inviting you to join me on Power 98 Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. all the way to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We are covering anything and everything from entertainment, headlines. We are doing sports, giveaways, and more. And don't forget, the show is all being brought to you by Riga Royal Laguna Guam Resort, McDonald's. I'm loving it. Shouts out going out to Vitali's Italian Restaurant, Wise Owl Animal Hospital, Lotte Hotel, and Golf Espresso. Rolling with Dice in the middays, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 2 o'clock on Power 98 FM.
Now's that time for your real deal traffic report here on the Brightside. Slow traffic on Route 4 in Maritzo in between the Pier Park and the Bell Tower. Slow traffic on Route 4 in Chalampago at the intersection that leads to Route 10, or if you're trying to make your way to Zonia. Slow traffic on Route 16 in Barrigada if you're heading to the intersection near the post office and the Guam National Guard. Slow traffic on Route 1 in Dededo northbound if you're heading to the intersection that leads to Machechi Avenue or Route 26. Slow traffic on Route 4 at the intersection near the Agana Library. Slow traffic on Route 1 in Adelup north and southbound at the intersection in front of the governor's office. Slow traffic on Route 1 to Muning north and southbound at the intersection that leads to Route 30. Slow traffic on Route 1 to Muning north and southbound at the intersection that leads to Route 14 or near the ITC building. Slow traffic on Route 1 to Muning southbound at the intersection near the John F. Kennedy High School. Heavy traffic on Route 1 if you're coming from the intersection that leads to Route 14 in Upper Tumon, heading northbound to the intersection that leads to Route 16 or near the Dededo Wendy's restaurant. And now for your traffic advisory for the week from today, Tuesday, December 24th to Friday, December 27th. Between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m., motorists are advised that the contractor will continue shoulder work along Route 14, Challen San Antonio into Muning. During this time, expect minimal lane shifts and intermittent lane closures. And that is your real deal traffic report here on the Brightside.
The views and opinions expressed in this show are that of the show host, guests, and callers. They do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the staff and management of Wave 105 FM, Glimpses Media, or any of our partners. As we strive to provide quality, respectful, and engaging content, we welcome you to participate in the conversation. Thank you for tuning in to Wave 105 FM, the sound of Guam. Enjoy the show.
And welcome back to the Bright Side. Oh, I love that music. You gotta love that music.
Ho, ho, ho.
Did you ever play Santa Claus?
Yes, he did.
He did?
He did, actually.
I did?
He even had a Santa Claus outfit on.
There you go. That's why when you were saying ho ho, it sounded so professional, like you've done it before.
When the kids were younger, and he didn't have Santa Claus boots. He had Zoris on. So the kids go, that's Papa. We know his Zoris.
We know his Zoris.
Oh, you know what? And those are special moments, right? Yeah. I mean, and I've seen some very funny videos online about like parents like that have gone wrong. Like one dad dressed up as a Grinch and just totally just scared. Like the kids were just crying. They were like, "Oh my God, this is not the way it should happen." A couple of other. Yesterday we were also talking a little bit about gifts, and what I was saying was it's okay to regift if you need to. Like you don't need to have 2 rice cookers. You don't need to have
just go to some of these fundraisers.
Yeah.
You get these presents. Oh, I won this and this and this and this. Then you go to another fundraiser. And what do? You recycle. He says, "Here, I'm going to contribute this to this to this." And you say, I've seen that box before.
And I actually
And they do that. They do that. They actually do that. And there's nothing wrong with that.
no, absolutely not.
Everything is still
just,
brand new.
Just as long as you don't give it back to the person that originally gave it to you, right? That's the only thing. But so I did use something that I saw online one year. Oh, it was maybe almost 10 years now. But I saw it online, and they said, listen, if you run out of wrapping paper, just grab some of any wrapping paper, like maybe for birthday parties. And so, this individual took the gift, wrapped it on a happy birthday wrapping paper, and then wrote in every box, Jesus. So he said, happy birthday, Jesus. And so you will see your present, it says that. That's what I said, because I grabbed the wrong one. And then I was like, "Oh my God!" And then I remembered. I was like, "You know what?
You gave us a Christmas present?
Yeah. Oh yes. Yes.
It's yeah.
What is it? Oh, a bottle of wine.
Yes.
From Jesus.
It says "Happy Birthday, Jesus."
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Jesus.
birthday. Because I grabbed the bag that said "Happy." I didn't know there was two different
That's
ones.
nice.
So one of them said "Happy Birthday." So on the back it says Jesus. So
Well, when Bobby goes to sing in the choir at 4, we're going to have to open that bad boy. And we'll spread some Christmas cheer. Hey, but back to that attorney.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he sounded so cool. He sounded really cool. Like, I was ready to go with him and say, "Hey, you ever get hit with a quata? That brings Jesus out of here." It's a woven cowhide.
Oh.
And that's what they used to whip our butts when we were young. And I tell you what, woo, my life flashed in front of me.
Oh, I mean that, and I remember. I don't know if we're allowed to say this on the air, but I'm saying that with hangers,
Oh, hangers, yeah.
I mean, anything my mom could grab a hold of, that had long reach.
Yes.
That
and
was.
They never hesitated that they'd grab anything.
Right.
A coffee cup, walking out the door, bang. Wow, Mom.
Yes.
What was that for?
Yeah,
Desatento.
the generation today will never see that happening.
No.
It just doesn't happen anymore.
No.
But they need to do that to the general public.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it's
That's
got
what they did in Singapore.
Yeah. No, exactly, right? And there, but it also comes down to sort of a cultural change, because it's a discipline. If you look at the discipline that the Japanese have, they don't have garbage cans because they don't throw anything on the street.
Yeah.
They hold on to it. They wait, go home, or they find if there is I haven't seen a garbage can when I was traveling. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know where to throw the garbage. I just put it in my pocket. And then in Singapore, if you do throw trash, it's a crime. And so, those are disciplinaries that are been instilled, and the next generation understands that they are not allowed to do this.
Well, we've lost so much of our culture through intermarriage. All of my kids are intermarriage with somebody else. I don't know who half the time. I mean, seriously,
Well, I mean,
I had 7 daughters, and each one married to a different entity. That's the only thing without being genetically correct. And the thing of it is, their offspring are now Heinz 57, from Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Chukis, Black. We had different names for them in my time when I was a young corpsman in the Navy, and I can't repeat it because I'd be phonetically wrong.
Yeah, Issa's gonna hit you.
Yeah, Issa's sitting over there.
Yeah, she's giving you the eye.
Yeah.
Right? Making
Yeah.
sure.
I think she's got a
I'm
quata.
always ready for you.
Yes.
I can feel the tension. And I'm just looking at you like.
No, but that's the things, we all make changes for whatever it is. We're doing a talk show. We got to be nice.
Yeah.
Got to talk nice.
Well, no, I mean,
You have to be politically correct.
politically correct is
That's
a
the
little
word,
different than being
politically
nice.
correct.
Well, that's going to change. That's going to change.
To what?
You ever listen to that guy's show, Steinfeld and stuff? They say every word in the book.
Oh, Seinfeld.
Seinfeld, or what's that one guy?
On the radio?
Yeah,
Oh,
on the radio in
TV.
KPRG
No.
Chicago. He's worldwide known and everything. But that's the thing, is you can only be so polite and so correct until you get to the point where, listen, it's got to be done this way. Hume, that ran Continental, he says, Bethune, he says, I want these planes painted by Boom. He gave a date. And if they're not painted, I've got a 9mm in my desk that I will not be afraid to use. And he's got a reputation of shooting up the town and doing things. But he was the CEO.
Well, I mean, again, right? I mean, when we look at it, but if we look at it from a cultural perspective, right? I mean, even, the one issue that I am going back to where we're talking about, teachers hitting you, right? If you went through Catholic school, right? Right, you had the nuns. You would just take out the ruler and
hold out your hand. I tried having my hands hit with a ruler.
Right.
Not just like this. Turn them around.
So, but
right.
So there are extremes, but the level of we need to ensure that we keep pushing the level of respect that there has to be between the students and the teachers, right? And that's I want to make sure, because I think that because of social media, because of everything that's really open for this new generation, anything that is not quote unquote perceived as being nice, or they're not talking to me in the right way, and they feel like they're being picked on, they'll take the teacher and run them through the ringer, right? She said the wrong thing to me, and
that's wrong.
And that's right, exactly. And so that's sort of kind of going. We've created this sort of box where everybody feels that they have to be like this quote unquote.
And
nice.
the reason why is, Charlie, what is the reason why? It's because we have so many different ethnicities, so many different types of people we have on.
It's a mixture of culture. A lot of it is a mixture of culture. I remember when I was still working for the airlines, and you have these rules you have to follow, right? And sexual harassment was such a big thing. Saying the wrong word to the person in front of you, or in Guam, our custom is when you first meet somebody, you give them a hug, you give them a kiss on the cheek.
Yes.
They don't, sexual harassment, when you kiss somebody on the cheek or give them a hug, that's already a no-no, right?
Yeah, it's perceived as being,
Yeah, so...
Yeah, and that has changed as well. But, like, the things that I'm, like, for example, everybody who participates gets a medal. Right. I mean,
that's another one.
I grew up in an environment where if you finish number one, you get the gold medal. If you get finish number two, then you get the silver, and then you get the bronze, and if you fell in fourth, fifth, and all the way, well, then you try harder.
Yes.
You go out there and you continue to train, right? You go out there and you continue to train so that you can start pushing up to possibly be number one, or make it to number three, and then number two, and then become a number one. But this whole notion that you get a medal just by participating. It's just we're making our society a little bit weak.
That's okay for that special day for those special
let's talk
kids.
About education.
Right.
There's no such thing as keeping you in that same grade if you don't make it. Everybody passes,
right,
whether you make it or not.
Right. And
that's the rule now with education. I mean, how are you gonna? I remember during our time, we have people that flunk. They leave them back and make them stay in the same grade, and
until they achieve standard operation.
Yeah.
And that's one of the issues, and that's why we're facing what we have right now. We have students that are going almost to the high school level that are not meeting the proficiencies in any of the standards on English, math, and
who's to blame for that? Redistricting, the superintendent, the district superintendent, or is it just something? I don't hear of anybody being abused, the students being abused in school. They all look like they're pretty happy doing the students.
Right.
And most of the teachers, they got their own dedicated awards to each other for being outstanding within our group, within our peers.
Right.
But on those same basis, when they pass out medals, you got first, second, third, fourth. But at the other end of the rainbow, we never left our boys behind. If we knew we were coming in last and Henry's over there, he's hobbling, we'll go pick his butt up and
come back out,
take him across.
Absolutely.
And then we'll go do it again next weekend if they're having another contest.
Absolutely. And that's that's the mentality that we need to bring back. Build that sort of sense that you're never going to leave anybody behind, right?
Yeah.
But you got to at least attempt it. Like you can't I'm not just going to start at the starting line and not move, and I'm just going to wait for Johnny to come and he'll pick me up and he's going to at least you have to make the effort to try, right? And
you
then,
don't just move forward just to move forward,
right?
I mean, you don't have to do anything.
There's got to be something that exemplifies accomplishment, not just a lollipop or something, but the mission's got to be certified, bona fide, rectified, and something that's absolute. Our roads are gonna be fixed.
Right.
We're on a mission.
Right.
Jim Moylan just got $600 million. That's $750 million to fix the roads.
Right.
Am I wrong?
No. That's
so. Once that money gets to Guam and it's supposed to be pushed to the proper place where it's supposed to go, where is it?
And that's another topic of like all these projects, quote unquote, that we have in the list. Who's managing these things? Because like you said, okay, fix the roads. Well, let's where's the checklist? Okay, what's going on? What's the progress? When are the roads going to be halfway fixed? Almost 75% fixed, 100% fixed. Like who's managing all that? And also is the appropriation of the funds, because let's keep an eye on this $600 million, right, to ensure that it's working the way it should be.
Yeah. Exactly. And at the end, are the people that deserve it, that have been paying taxes and all this, do they get what they wanted? A new road with stripes and this and a bicycle lane and all this?
Yeah. Again, that's you're hitting some really core, like, I think, are you reading my mind? I mean, because you're really, because the other one is I'm really frustrated. We are all paying taxes for what? Like, where is our money at work? Right? I mean, why are we paying taxes?
2 weeks ago, we were getting power outages. What power outage? I just watched them drive that big thing on 81 wheels from Port Authority all the way up to Gigo, and the promise of there'll be no power outages right now. And there's no storm, no nothing going on, and blink, blink, the lights go out.
Yeah. So the Ugudu plant's coming online, right? It should be 2025 is what they had mentioned as far as completion. So, and it's supposed to alleviate, but you're right. I mean, our grid, our system is really hanging in by a thread. I mean, we lost our dryer about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and with
there's a trick to that. We had this Filipino came over and he fixed our dryer because it went through a batch. All he did was change something and twisted something. He said, "There it is. It's back on." I said, "Well,
something to do with computer
it was so
chips. They
the computer chips, yeah.
They don't make
it
washers.
was so simple." And I said, "Man, I don't know. If I had an extra bag of Atula right now, I'd give it to you. Here, take this home to feed your family."
Good stuff. But again, somebody should be held responsible, or somebody should be accountable for what's going on, and the management of the money and the management of all these projects. And the other thing that's coming down the pipeline is the GDOE is going to redistrict some of the schools, right? Because there's some are very not heavily populated.
What happened to the students?
They're decreased. They have a huge percentage of lower enrollment in the public school system.
So we should have a surplus of teachers.
Well, we should, right? I mean, but all indications is we don't, because a lot of teachers. Remember, a lot of teachers retire every year. A lot of teachers move on to a different.
Well, what was that article in the paper yesterday or 2 days ago? The shortage of teachers, they're hiring them under contracts,
right?
Which has been going on for 10 years, 15 years. I'm not a teacher, so I don't know. But if you're shutting down schools, you should have extra teachers. Why? Because you shut down the high schools, you don't know how to teach elementary? Or, I don't know. I wish the teachers call in. I'd like to talk to one.
No, and
set me free.
I mean, I have quite a bit of teacher friends, and they struggle. They struggle. I mean,
yes, they do.
The workload is a lot, and for some of the things and some of the classes they have to teach, they have to buy their own.
Yeah, they use their own money.
To get all the supplies, and
so many times I've heard that from teachers. I know a few teachers. I got plenty of teachers in my family. And their cries for help are, it's like, why is this problem still persisting?
Right.
It should have been fixed 10 years ago, 15. What? You're ready to retire.
Yeah, and that's, it goes back to the the priorities, and something that we were talking with Pete was the fact that it starts with the education system. We need to it starts at that level, at the elementary level, getting the manpower ready. The working system getting ready. They'll go through high school and then they'll decide whether they're going to go on to college or trade school, military, but they're going to choose a career path, and if they're not ready,
our younger kids, when they see all this, and they see all the world news, and they see all the news, CNN, Fox News, MSNN, and all that, and they see all these abnormalities going on, they say, hey, if they can get away with that, shouldn't we be able to get away with that?
Mm-hmm.
But if there's no discretion between the two situations, and there's no proper authority and leadership, they're in dismay. And if their parents can't fix it or voice an approval or disapproval on what's going on, then they say, hey, if my parents don't give a rat's, then I don't either.
You got close. You got that eye. You got the eye.
Close, but no cigar. But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's relativity.
Absolutely.
And that goes for guys building a highway, working in the hospitals, working in the parks and recreation. If they see things going on at the Port Authority and they know it's absolute and they're getting away with it, who cares what I'm doing?
Right.
Yeah,
no, absolutely. And it goes back to sort of the systemic culture that is built around that. Because one person sees that, nothing happens, and it just goes around, and it happens more often than we know. And so, and
but
again,
it's Christmas. We're supposed to be happy.
Yes, we're
I'm happy. I got my hat on happy, my Jingle Bell hat.
we still have a little time to discuss a little politics here and there. So, but yeah, kind of putting that to rest a little bit. But yet, hopefully they'll find a solution.
Oh, I'm
for
not
GDR.
done yet. We got 2 more hours.
No,
everybody.
Absolutely.
She's gonna go to church and sing for us
and pray and pray for us.
Yes, I'm going to pray for all of you.
No, not me, baby. You know the rule on that. Every time she does, I bump into a door.
What is going on? So what is the show? What is? Oh, I mean the show. It's Mass, right?
Yeah, New Year's Eve. Christmas Eve. Mass.
Christmas Eve Mass.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it starts at 6:00 tonight.
At St. Anthony's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Rooster Mass?
No.
The Misungadzu? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that?
No.
She got up at 3:00 the other morning. I said, "Where you going, girl?" She said, "I'm going to sing it. We're going to sing at 4:00." 4 in the morning? She says that's why they call it the Rooster Mass. I says, okay, whatever,
4:30.
Really?
4:30.
Really?
Yes, we had the. It's called Misangadzu.
Yeah.
It's like the early mass. So it started at
Chicken mass.
4:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah, it's during the holidays. They usually have that during the holidays.
And that was in St. Anthony's as well?
Yeah. And
Wow.
other churches, I'm sure, but with us, it was 4:30 in the morning. And then, of course, they have midnight mass,
Yes.
So tonight there's a later mass. But before we go on break, I wanna go ahead and talk about the PACT Act that's happening in Saipan. Just to remind,
yes.
just to remind the veterans that there is a PACT Act that's going to be happening in Saipan, and that's going to be on the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th of January. It's being hosted by the Veterans Affairs Pacific Island Healthcare System out of Honolulu. So the first day starts at 12 p.m. and ends at 4, and then the 9th and the 10th, it starts at 8 a.m. and ends at 4 p.m. And it's going to be held at the Multi-Purpose Civic Center, Beach Road, Susupi, Saipan. And the services that will be available on that day is, of course, the PACT Act registration. They're going to be doing vaccines, blood pressure checks, health screening, diabetic foot checks, and VA benefits assistance. So this is going to be again on the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th of January in Saipan.
Oh, right.
So if you're a veteran that is from Saipan and you're listening to this, make sure you attend. If you're a veteran here in Guam and you have family in Saipan that are veterans, make sure you
Call them up and
share
tell them.
share this information.
Yeah, no, that's great. They had mentioned that they were going to go over there. That's great.
Yeah.
This is their first time, right?
Yes, this is the first pack that they're hosting in Saipan.
That's
so
great.
We promised all the people in Honolulu that
we'd continue to promote
remind
it.
them.
Yeah.
Promote
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
we're
need
getting
to.
a look from Desiree over there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We are getting there to the top of the hour. Time is flying here on this Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. So, Miss Bobby, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us. Good luck
for
on
having me,
on
and wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. Be safe and take care.
Thank you so much. And with that, we will take a break and we'll be right back on the bright side.
KGUM-FM, Agutnya, Guam. The sound of Guam is Wave 105 FM.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Michael Toscano. The nation's airports are jammed with holiday travelers.
It's my preference to not be traveling during the holidays. I wish we were at home.
That woman at Boston's Logan Airport is one of 119 million of us AAA says are on the move. KEYE-TV reporter Jamal Kennedy is at Austin Bergstrom International Airport.
If you're flying out of Austin Bergstrom International Airport these next few days, don't make the same error as Anthony and his family.
We showed up an hour and a half early, and it was not enough, so definitely learn from our mistakes.
This past weekend, more than 100,000 passengers came through the turnstiles at ABIA.
Meteorologist Craig Allen says the weather's not making it any easier.
The worst of the weather is going to be in the Pacific Northwest. It will just be storm after storm as the atmospheric river continues, and there will be plenty of rain for the lowland areas and some heavy snow in some of the highest elevations.
The problem is flooding and high surf along California's central coast, battered by a major storm. KION-TV's Austin Castro is there.
The Santa Cruz Wharf devastated as a large chunk washes into the ocean just after noon on Monday, all of it coming as high waves pounded parts of the coast.
I thought I was going to fall in because we were like 10 feet away from the crack. So right when we saw the whole thing collapse, we just ran.
Bryson says he and his group weren't hurt, but couldn't believe what they saw.
Several people who were tossed into the ocean during the wharf collapse were rescued. A long-awaited report on the conduct of former Republican Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz is out. CBS News congressional correspondent Scott McFarland.
Matt Gaetz, who just weeks ago was trying to land the job of U.S. Attorney General, is now alleged to have violated Florida's statutory rape law. The U.S. House Ethics Committee, which first launched an investigation of Gaetz 3 years ago, has issued a 42-page report of its findings.
They include charges Gaetz denies, including paying for sex, including with a 17-year-old girl, and purchasing and using illicit drugs while a member of Congress. President-elect Trump says Greenland needs to become part of the United States for what he calls strategic purposes. Here's CBS's Matt Piper.
The large, icy Arctic island with more than 50,000 residents is a self-ruling territory of Denmark. Its prime minister writes, "Greenland is ours. We must not lose our long struggle for freedom." Over the weekend, Trump also seemed to suggest the U.S. should take over the Panama Canal.
Pope Francis will mark Christmas Eve with a special ceremony launching Jubilee 2025, a year of Catholic celebration set to draw more than 30 million pilgrims to Rome. He will then preside over Christmas Eve Mass in St. Peter's before delivering his traditional Christmas Day blessing at midday on Wednesday. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-230-2777, 800-230-2777, or biglou.com.
Fellow actors are coming to the defense of Blake Lively, this over her complaint alleging sexual harassment and a smear campaign from her It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni. More from CBS's Matt Piper.
Actor Amber Heard says social media is the absolute personification of the classic saying, a lie travels halfway around the world before the truth can get its boots on. Heard's ex-husband, Johnny Depp, hired the same PR team Justin Baldoni did to allegedly bury Blake Lively with bad press. Lively's Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants co-stars, including America Ferrera and Amber Tamblyn, wrote on Instagram, "We saw her summon the courage to ask for a safe workplace for herself and colleagues on set." Matt Piper, CBS News.
In Santa Fe, New Mexico, prosecutors have withdrawn their appeal of a court decision which dismissed the involuntary manslaughter charge against actor Alec Baldwin. Cinematographer Helena Hutchins was shot during rehearsal for the movie Rust in 2021. Michael Toscano, CBS News.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Something magical happens when you unbox the best of British TV with BritBox. Stream acclaimed series starring Olivia Colman, Idris Elba, Sophie Turner, Matthew McFadden, and more of Britain's brightest talent. See what's inside, discover something remarkable, and uncover what perhaps you were looking for all along. Unbox BritBox and stream the best of British TV. Start your free trial at BritBox.com.
Using that brain power. Wave 105 FM.
Good afternoon. It is 4:06 p.m. and that is your time check brought to you by Wendy's. Soft drinks are just a buck at Wendy's. Any size, anytime. Take a soft drink break anytime and get what you want at Wendy's. For a limited time only. Excludes prepackaged beverages, sweet tea, unsweetened tea, coffee, cold brew, and Dave's Craft lemonades. Not valid in a combo.
Hafa Adai, everybody, it's me, Kyle Mandapat.
Hafa Adai, it's Reese.
And we want you to tune into the Morning Blender every single day.
That's right, there's a lot of things to do. Parties, birthdays to celebrate, songs to play, and of course some horoscopes if you're trying to find out about your day.
And plenty free stuff too.
That's right, all the free food and so much more.
So tune in to the Morning Blender weekday 6 a.m. till 10 a.m. right here on
Power 98.
Presented by Burger King,
Aganya Shopping Center,
Subway,
Pat's Tinting and Detailing,
and Chili's.
Buenas and Hafa Adai. EduQuentus is now every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tune in at 105.1 Wave FM to listen to EduQuentus. EduQuentus is a special initiative by Guam Department of Education dedicated to shining the light on the incredible achievements of our students, teachers, and staff. Once again, join us on Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Wave 105.1, the sound of Guam.
You are tuned into Wave 105.1 FM on the Brightside with your guest host, Charlie Hermosa, filling in for Polly Suba from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. You can listen to us on our website, thewave105.com, or watch us live on YouTube, Wave 105 Guam. If you want to reach us on the line, please call us at 671-922-1051 or 1052. You can also text us on WhatsApp at 671-922-1051. The Bright Side is brought to you by Chili's Grill and Bar. At Chili's, more life, great food, and memories happen here. GTA, we start with you. Subway, eat fresh in just a few clicks. Order online at subwaypacific.com for pickup at your convenience or for delivery right at your doorstep. Online ordering at subwaypacific.com is powered by Good to Go, we deliver. At Subway, you gotta refresh to be fresh. Vitali's Italian Restaurant, craving Italian? Swing by Vitali's Italian Restaurant. Dive into our super pizza, enjoy creamy spaghetti carbonara, or savor the rich fettuccine alfredo. Open daily for lunch and dinner. Taste the best of Italy today at Vitali's Italian Restaurant. Now's that time for your real deal traffic report here on the Brightside. Heavy traffic on Route 4 in between the Bear Rock and the Inner Rahan Pool. Slow traffic on Route 4 in Chalapago at the intersection that leads to Route 10, or if you're trying to make your way to Zonia. Slow traffic on Route 16 in Barragata at the intersection near the post office and the Guam National Guard. Slow traffic on Route 16 if you're coming from the overpass heading to the intersection near the Harmon McDonald's restaurant. Slow traffic on Route 16 if you're heading to the intersection that leads to Route 27A or near the gas station in Liguan. Slow traffic on Route 3 in Dededo if you're passing the GRMC hospital heading to the intersection on Route 1. Slow traffic on Route 1 Dededo northbound if you're heading to the intersection that leads to Route 27 or near the flea market. Slow traffic on Route 4 in Hagåtña in between the intersections near the Chief Kapua Park and the Agana Library. Slow traffic on Route 1 in Adaloop northbound if you're heading to the intersection in front of the governor's office. Slow traffic on Route 1 into Muning north and southbound at the intersection that leads to Route 14 or near the ITC building. Slow traffic on Route 1 into Muning north and southbound at the intersection near the John F. Kennedy High School. Heavy traffic on Route 1 if you're coming from the intersection that leads to Route 14 in Upper Tumon, heading northbound to the intersection that leads to Route 16 or near the Dededo Wendy's restaurant. And now for your traffic advisory for the week. Tomorrow, Wednesday, December 25th to Friday, December 27th, between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m., motorists are advised that the contractor will continue shoulder work along Route 14B and on the sidewalk into Muning. During this time, expect minimal lane shifts and intermittent lane closures. And that is your real deal traffic report here on the Brightside.
The views and opinions expressed in this show are that of the show host, guests, and callers. They do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the staff and management of Wave 105 FM, Glimpses Media, or any of our partners. As we strive to provide quality, respectful, and engaging content, we welcome you to participate in the conversation. Thank you for tuning in to Wave 105 FM, the sound of Guam. Enjoy the show.
And welcome to the Bright Side. Thank you once again. My name is Charlie Hermosa, standing in for Paulie, and we have another special guest here with Johnny Atulai. Thank you so much, Johnny, for sticking around for another 2 hours.
Oh, it's fun. It's great. It's actually a very, very solemn occasion when we get to communicate with the community and tell them, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, be safe. Watch the little ones. Don't let the dog and the cats fight in the Christmas tree.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And, it is a special moment. And again, it's always sort of the season of giving. And, we've been talking about, gifts don't have to be monetary or materialistic. Sometimes just a helping hand, a hug, a phone call can really go a long way, especially when people are in need. And you never know. Sometimes those calls come in those times then you never expected, and you're like, why are you calling me? Like, I'm just calling to say hello, just see how you were doing. You're like, that really means so much.
I got a call from my son who I haven't heard from in 2 years, my only boy, and he's a JW. They don't believe in this material stuff, Christmas and
Right.
Easter and all that. So he really surprised me, and I didn't know what to say. I answered. I said, "Hello, son. Nice to call. Would you call to wish me Merry Christmas?"
He's like, "What? What is
what? Dad, you know me better than that and all that." I said, "Hey, I'm just playing, son."
Yeah.
But it was good to hear him, like you said.
Yeah.
It was joyous.
No, and it really, when it catches you off guard is the most special, right? Because it was nothing other than just calling to say hello, see how you were
that
doing,
was
and
it. I just called to say hi and I love you, and I want to tell you that everybody's fine. Everybody's doing well. And I said, that's
what a gift.
What a gift.
Yeah, what a gift. And then that's very special. So, for everybody that's out there, again, think about the less fortunate right now, and obviously they're always in need of a helping hand, and however we can help, please do so. And on the other hand, it's 4:00, so if you are shutting down things, if you're listening to us at work and you're starting to shut down your computer, thank you so much for joining us. If you're on the road listening to us via the car, thank you so much. Please get to your destination safely. And then if you are going out later tonight, obviously always drive carefully. There's going to be a lot of excitement going on tonight, a lot of parties. So just be safe out there on the roads. There's going to be a lot of folks driving late at night coming home from these late gatherings. So
use common sense. Common sense. Look both ways. Stay within your speed capacity. Don't be jumping around and jumping from lane to lane. You're going to get there. This island's only 30 miles long. It only takes 5 minutes to get to where
you'll get there. Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. So, so we've done a little bit of, all things Christmas. Then we got into a little bit of politics. Then we got a little bit into culture. Now we're trying to bring it back into a little bit more of Christmas theme, but let's add it a little bit with our experience in the military, a little bit with the Christmas theme and the time that we've spent overseas during this time frame, because I can vividly remember, what we were doing during that time frame. One time, especially when you're overseas or you're deployed, sometimes you kind of lose track of the day. Mm-hmm. You don't know whether it's Monday or Sunday, or if it's like the 21st of October, 22nd of October.
Very easy to do.
Very easy to forget.
When it's repetitious.
Yes. But during this time frame, they always reminded us, because they would always give us something special.
Oh yeah, a hot meal.
A hot meal.
That was the big, and if you were if they brought you back to the rear with the gear, a hot shower.
Yes.
And the supply always came up with fresh clothes.
Yes.
Fresh socks.
Yes.
That was the time. December 66. 65. I was 66. Trudging through the rice paddies on a patrol, singing to myself, "Silent Night," and I'm looking around, and a lot of the shadows are scary and everything, but you look in the sky and no lights in the country. There's no power on. Every star out there, you could
super bright. Yes.
And I said that was 66.
Yeah, no,
December.
I remember December 2001 in Afghanistan. When a couple of my Marines took this cardboard, and they painted the three wise men and baby Jesus, and they made it like a little bit of an altar,
a manger.
Yeah, like a little manger. And we had a little ceremony there, and to celebrate Christmas. But again, the things that I remember was just exactly what you said, because anything, and it's kind of cliche. I think folks, and you've probably heard in the movies, but when you actually go through it and you feel it. When you look up in the sky, right, and you're looking at all these bright stars, you're like, you're looking at the same stars somewhere else around the world.
Exactly.
We're all connected by that, and it was very it was fast, right, because we knew it was during that time frame. We did have the ceremony, we did have a mass that our chaplain was able to perform, which was great, and then it was back to work, right. Then it was back on duty, back on patrol, and back on.
Yep. And funny thing about it was, after I got wounded, I got to see the Bob Hope show.
Oh, really? And
Margaret herself, she was up there, and I healed enough where I was ambulatory, so I got in line with the guys, and I was pushing. I just grabbed this one guy in the wheelchair, said, "Let me push you," because I knew he was going to go to the front. So I went over there and pushed him, and he says, "You like it here? Can you see good?" I went over there and encroached on the officer's territory, because they got their special thing. Here he was, and I was crouched down beside him, and I said, Bob Hope show.
Wow.
And it was just, it was so inspiring and enlightening. It was like I saw Jesus, you know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you know, and for the younger generation, maybe they don't know who Bob Hope was.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But I mean, even after that, because Bob Hope used to have the late night show. I mean, that he was huge. I remember watching him.
He was. Now they got certain guys like what's his name, Johnny Carson followed him in his time and stuff. And now the night show hosts are Jimmy Kimmel,
Jimmy Fallon,
and they make their what do you call it? Their tour for the military's guys too.
Yeah.
And some of of course, the guys they don't care about the guys. They want to see like Anne Margaret, Jane Mansfield. Who are some of the girls? Beyonce. That's the only one I know nowadays.
But so, what was it? You know, so you spent one Christmas over there. You spent one Christmas, and you know, were you getting packages, letters during that time, or back in the when you were able to come back? Do you remember that, or
the few letters that people wrote to me took 6 weeks to get to me.
Oh wow!
And they said my letters took at least 6 weeks to get to them because they were all trying to unscramble all these espionage and all that stuff that. You know, you got to be careful who you write to because you give away your location and this.
Right.
I said, what a bunch of garbage, you know.
Right.
Nowadays, my grandson's went over to the sandbox. Where was it? I forgot where it was. I says, how's Nick doing? And Grandma get on the phone and she said, you want to talk to him? Here, talk to him. I said, get out of here, man. He's in over there.
Yeah.
Way across. He's in a 7-star hotel. Because those places got lots of oil and they got big hotels. I said, so how you doing? He says, not too bad, Pop. We got Wendy's, McDonald's, and all these things right outside the hotel. I said, what kind of I won't tell you what branch he was, but, the Air Force takes care of their own.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah,
he was over there accommodated to the max, living in a 5-star hotel, and he's got his own trip ticket to wherever he wants to eat. You know?
Yeah, no, I mean, technology has really changed that evolution, right? That separation is almost gotten so much closer than, what we were going through. The other part that I remember is that we would we would pool the MREs, and we would try to come up with a dish. A dish that we can share amongst. And then, our cooks, right? I mean, our Marine, we went into battle with our Marine cooks, and we carried this little hitch that almost looked like a hot dog truck, and that's where he would prep up in the field, and I remember that one night, that Christmas Eve night, he was able to make this soup, right, and it was getting cold, and that soup would just felt good. And you think back, and we've been talking about the amount of people that have been able to come back to Guam, spend time with their families and friends, and that's what I would think about. I would think about the moment that I would go back home, just to be able to. But those are the moments that I remember very closely, like the Thanksgivings, the Christmas, when everybody kind of comes together.
One thing about the military, they always try to make it accommodating, as much as they could, as little as possible was what we got, but it was the thinking of our leadership. Our leadership was all my commanders were good. All my commanders were good, and they took care of us.
Yeah, and that's the main thing, right? Good leaders will take good care of their people, right? And if you're listening to us and you have a sort of war story, or and if you spend any time in the military, or you've spent any time in government service overseas, working for one of the agencies, working for FEMA during the that's another one, because they're FEMA employees. There's a disaster somewhere where they have to go, and they're out there, and
people are still reeling from that last hurricane down in Georgia.
Oh, yes.
That particular area, Georgia, Tennessee, or wherever it is, is showing on the news. You know, I'm glued to the news to see what's going on. They're still living in tents.
Yes.
And they're trying to mobilize up a lot of these containers. There's a company down there, a nonprofit organization, that they're going around getting all these extra containers and they fixing them up. They look nice.
Oh, they're making like those container homes.
Yeah, container homes. Really nice.
Absolutely.
I mean, suitable for time being.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So if you're listening to us and if you have any, any good stories you want to share, please give us a call. Johnny, do you still remember the number?
Yes, I do. It's 671-922-1051 or 1052. And that'll get you right to our producer who's waiting anxiously.
Yes, absolutely. So give us a call, share your story. It'll be great. And, the other aspect of, being overseas as well as sharing that time with your fellow Marine. I mean, I was in the Marine Corps. You were in the Marine Corps. And, sharing that time. That was another very bonding moment that I can recall. I can remember their names right next to me. Who
I can't.
Yeah.
It was 60 years ago. But one thing I remember, my dad, who was aboard the USS Mitchell, which is a transport ship out of Seattle to Japan and Vietnam. He got caught up in one Christmas, and he played guitar. And out of, transporting over, he played the guitar it was on a Christmas Eve. They were singing songs. Somebody broke out a harmonica.
Oh, wow.
And then it joined in. And then somebody pulled out a violin or something. And they were pulling out these instruments. And they had a full ongoing combo at the time. He said that they sang the night away, and they served hot coffee and hot chocolate. And the galley made up special dishes, rolls and things like that. He said they had a really good time. It was very commemorable.
Yeah, I mean those are moments that will live with you forever, right? I mean that bond that you share, and so, and there's a lot of moments like that actually happening right now.
Oh yeah.
I mean right now here on Guam, where we have a lot of folks that are doing contract work. Military folks that are here that are living here single, without their families. And, that's the one thing about the culture that we have here is the fact that we embrace. I mean, we open up the doors and you come right in. You sit down at our kitchen table. We're going to feed you. We're going to make sure that you leave with all your Balutin bags and everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
something to remember.
I mean, that's the culture here is so, we embrace, if we bring people in and make them feel like they're part of the family on day one, like just meeting you. And you meet them everywhere. You meet them at the park. You meet them at the beach. You meet them at a restaurant, at a bar. You get to know them. And, during this time frame, I've experienced it where they just, families will invite you in and you become part of that family.
Oh, yeah.
And you were telling me about one of your Chuki son, right? He calls you Guamanian dad.
Yeah, I'm a Guamanian dad. Yeah, that's Harry. But one thing that stuck out, after I got wounded in Vietnam, my last duty station was Naval Hospital up here. And at that time, Nam was cooking. So I was ambulatory already. I was healing. My leg was coming back to 99%. And we had medevacs coming out of Guam. We'd get sometimes 5 a week. Almost one a day. And sometimes they come in different bunches, like 10, 20, 30, 40. And so we'd dispatch buses. They had the bus. The military took care of its time. They take care of their own. But at the time, there was like 70 squadrons of B-52s up at Anderson. We had a contingency of boots on Guam, 117,000.
Wow.
And the utilities were less than what they are today. So all these accommodations had to be taken care of. Power, water, medical. Naval Hospital was smoking. We were cooking. And I remember those times. So what people want to complain about today was nothing compared to what it was before and what it's capable of handling.
Oh,
and
no.
Now we got, the 2nd Brigade of Marines that are coming to Guam, if they're not here already.
Yeah, they had a advance party arrive, I think, last week. The first group of the admin Marines coming in.
Yeah, and all those boys, their wives aren't here. Their girlfriends aren't here.
Not yet.
So they're going to be spending their first Christmas abroad.
Yeah, and
for many of them.
Yeah, but I guarantee you. That
we got a break again?
Absolutely.
Oh,
See, this is what happens.
Wow, when you're having fun, huh, Charlie?
Yeah, absolutely. So it is time for a break. And again, if you do have any stories that you want to share on this Christmas Eve, please give us a call. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. So with that, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back on the bright side.
Treat yourself this holiday season with a festive holiday pie. Creamy custard and a buttery golden crust. Grab yours today only at McDonald's. Now for your local headlines being brought to you by McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
Buenas and Hafa Adai. Here's the latest headlines from the Marianas Business Journal. The House of Representatives passed a continuing resolution late last week with the focus of keeping the federal government open for another 3 months and would appropriate $100 billion in disaster relief, according to a release issued by the Office of Congressional Delegate James Moylan. The funds, according to the release, would financially support several pending projects some of which include $1.38 million in Federal Highway Administration emergency relief, $1.4 billion for disaster-induced damages towards military installations on Guam, and $250 million to increase funding and access to quality childcare. In more news, 2 U.S. Navy pilots were shot down over the Red Sea in an apparent friendly fire incident. According to a report issued by the Associated Press, the guided missile cruiser, the USS Gettysburg, fired on an FA-18 Super Hornet that departed the USS Harry S. Truman aircraft carrier while patrolling the Red Sea corridor. U.S. forces have been in the region over the past year targeting Houthi rebels in Yemen. U.S. Central Command stated that the USS Gettysburg is part of the USS Harry S. Truman's carrier strike group, and that both cruiser and the carrier had been engaged by drones and anti-ship cruise missiles prior to the incident. The pilots of the aircraft were recovered alive, with one suffering only minor injuries. Reporting for the Marianas Business Journal, The Wave 105, and Power 98, I'm Skylar Obispo.
Well, it's time to say, after a while, crocodile. CBS's Deborah Rodriguez reports on the passing of a famous reptile.
Crocodile Dundee's co-star Bert has died. The Australian Croc Park, where he lived out his final years, Crocosaurus Cove, made the announcement. The reptile appeared alongside Paul Hogan in the original 1986 movie, which became Australia's highest-grossing film at the time. Bert was a saltwater croc captured in the Reynolds River. He was 90 years old. Paul Hogan is 85 now. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Tennessee and Auburn remained numbers 1 and 2 in the Associated Press men's college basketball poll. Iowa State, Duke, and Alabama rounded out the top 5. Kentucky slid 6 spots to number 10 after a loss to Ohio State. Arkansas, Illinois, and Baylor replaced Memphis, Dayton, Michigan, and Clemson. Michael Toscano, CBS News.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Honey, it's our favorite time of year, and I got you something to celebrate.
A McRib! It's just what I wanted.
Happy McRib season, sweetie.
I love you.
I love you too.
Actually, I was talking to my McRib.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll leave you two alone.
Celebrate McRib season with McDonald's. Enjoy the deliciously saucy McRib, only for a limited time and only at McDonald's. At participating McDonald's.
One pill can kill. Fake pills often contain fentanyl. It only takes 2 milligrams of fentanyl, equivalent to a few grains of salt, to be lethal. Fake pills are often sold on social media platforms, making them available to anyone with a smartphone.
Talk early and often to youth about the dangers of misusing prescription drugs and the lethal dangers of counterfeit drugs laced with fentanyl.
Stay informed, stay safe. One pill can kill.
This public service announcement is brought to you by the radio stations of Glimpses Media Group, Wave 105 FM and Power 98.
Start your day right with Mornings with Patty Arroyo every weekday morning from 6 to 10 a.m. Then meet me, Paulie Suba, in your afternoon on the Brightside. Ride the wave with us on your radio at 105.1 FM or stream us 24/7 at thewave105.com. The sound of Guam is Wave 105.1 FM.
This holiday season, fill your loved one's stockings with a Subway Holiday Gift Card. Receive a free 6-inch sub for every $25 Subway gift card purchase. Promo ends December 31st. Free 6-inch subs are redeemable through January 31st, 2025 only. At Subway, you gotta refresh to be fresh.
Get ready for an exciting afternoon with me, Ed Suarez, on the Ed Suarez Live Show, Monday through Friday. Tune in for your daily dose of motivation that will kickstart your drive, a self-care corner to nurture your soul, and stay tuned for the games and giveaways. The Ed Suarez Live Show is brought to you by Pure Swing Golf, FHB Health Center, Burger King, Rotary Sushi, GTA, Rui Spa, and Live House Guam. Tune in to Ed Suarez Live on Power 98.
The charm and history of Italian food is expressed at Vitali's Italian Restaurant with signature dishes, the tour of Italy, spaghetti carbonara, linguine clam, and delightful pizza with red and white wine to pair nicely with your appetizer of choice. So dine in and enjoy the taste of Italy at Vitali's Italian Restaurant. Open Monday to Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 a.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Vitali's Italian Restaurant located in the heart of Tumon.
Happy holidays from Wave 105 FM. Stay tuned and when prompted, be the first to answer our stocking stuffer trivia question. And you get to choose a stocking. Best part is you get to take home whatever's inside it too. Stay tuned and win big this holiday season. Your Wave 105 stocking stuffers are brought to you by Burger King, Lotte Hotel, TGI Fridays, the Guam Reef Hotel, KFC, the Riga Royal Laguna Guam Resort, Manang Picas, and the station bringing you the holiday sound of Guam, Wave 105 FM.
Merry Christmas!
Eat fresh in just a few clicks. Order online at SubwayPacific.com for pickup at your convenience or delivery right to your doorstep. Online ordering at SubwayPacific.com is powered by Good To Go. We deliver. At Subway, you gotta refresh to be fresh.
Now's that time for your real deal traffic report here on the Brightside. Slow traffic on Route 4 if you're passing the Barrog heading to the Inarahan Pool, and that is if you're heading northbound. Let's see here. Slow traffic on Route 4 in Chalampago if you're heading to the intersection that leads to Route 10. Slow traffic on Route 15, Dairy Road and Pagat Route in Manilao at the intersection near the Santa Teresita Church. Slow traffic on Route 16 if you're coming from the overpass heading to the intersection near the Harlem McDonald's restaurant. Slow traffic on Route 1 in Dededo north and southbound at the intersection that leads to Route 27 or near the flea market. Slow traffic on Route 26 Machechi Avenue if you're trying to exit to the intersection on Route 1. Let's see here. Slow traffic on Route 4 and My Road in Chalampago if you're heading to the intersection that also leads to Santa Cruz Drive. Slow traffic on Route 4 at the intersection near the Aganyat Library. Slow traffic on Route 1 into Muning southbound at the intersection that leads to Route 30. Slow traffic on Route 1 into Muning north and southbound at the intersection near the John F. Kennedy High School. And now for your traffic advisory for the week. Tomorrow, Wednesday, December 25th to Friday, December 27th, between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m., motorists are advised that the contractor will be continuing shoulder work along Route 14, Challenge San Antonio into Muning. During this time, expect minimal lane shifts and intermittent lane closures. And that is your Real Deal traffic report here on the Brightside.
The views and opinions expressed in this show are that of the show host, guests, and callers. They do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the staff and management of Wave 105 FM, Glimpses Media, or any of our partners. As we strive to provide quality, respectful, and engaging content, we welcome you to participate in the conversation. Thank you for tuning in to Wave 105 FM, the sound of Guam. Enjoy the show.
And welcome back to the Bright Side. Thank you so much for joining us. You gotta love those. You gotta love that music. You gotta love those chimes.
Ho, ho, ho.
There you go. Thank you so much for joining us. It's Christmas Eve, so it's always it's always a special time. So Johnny, thank you so much for joining me on this Christmas Eve.
My pleasure, brother. Marines stick together.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And for all those who are listening, whether it's you're closing up things at work, finishing up things there, and you're going to head home, or you're going to do some last-minute shopping, please be careful out there. Obviously, everybody's thinking the same thing, doing their last Christmas shopping and heading out to the supermarkets, the stores, getting final gifts, or heading out to their company parties. So just be safe out there. And we've been discussing a lot of things in the form of giving, and it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't have to be monetary. It doesn't have to be materialistic. Sometimes a simple phone call will get you so many of. It feels like such an amazing gift when you make that phone call and you call somebody and let them know that you're thinking about them, that you love them, and that you're there for them. And so
Exactly.
it's always very special.
And thank you, Marines, for your Toys for Tots.
Yes.
I saw it on TV the other day, and they was giving accolades to the Salvation Army and all that stuff. But nothing was mentioned about you Marines. And as usual, you come through, the mission complete. And it's 98% of those toys came from you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a
job well done.
Absolutely. That's a great program.
Yeah,
that's
it
a great
is.
program. And hopefully it's going to continue to grow as we get more
It's been
Marines.
going on
Yeah,
for the last 20 some years.
yeah,
so
it's amazing.
It's one of those never ending things that you ask. One year I asked the Marines, what's so special about this? He says, I got some little younger brothers and sisters, and they're staying with my aunt because our parents are gone, and I'm doing this for them. So the inspiration's always there.
Wow, that's
inspiration's
amazing.
always there.
No, absolutely, great cause. And as we're getting more Marines in town, the first batch came in about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
The initial onset of the advance party, but it's going to be it's going to be good. One of the things that I also was going on base yesterday, and I've always, and maybe I missed it, but I've always come across either a Navy sailor security on duty or the private security, but this time it was a Marine on duty.
Really?
Have you had Marines on?
Yeah, they used to be the Marine Corps was originally
I know.
security for the Navy, and they used to be on guard on all the gates,
But I mean, in
gates.
recent times.
No, I haven't
Yeah.
seen that.
Yeah, okay.
You sure it wasn't a CB or something?
No,
'Cause the
no,
CBs
I mean, I checked it out. I mean, and
checked him
yeah,
out, huh?
it's so interesting. So, but yeah, so a lot of obviously a lot of things going on tomorrow. Everybody's prepping up and doing the last final checks on food preparations and everything, getting
Of
ready for
course.
tomorrow. And we've been having great discussions on local foods and what plates are made just during the holiday season. And the one thing that we haven't touched on is anything that's alcoholic in nature. And there's certain cultures out there that only bring out like sort of their moonshine type of drinks during the holiday
Romanians
season.
don't make moonshine anymore. They used to. I tried it back when I was stationed here. I tried a shot of this thing they call Aguardiente.
Oh my gosh!
Which is distilled, and my cousin came up today. Johnny, try this Aguardiente. You take that and then swig a little beer. They said I drove to Jonia and I went over and I picked up some people and I drove back to the party. I never remembered getting in my car.
It's mind racing.
It's crazy, boy.
But it's amazing how different cultures have different drinks that they bring out specifically for the holiday season. And I think being away, different times of my life, I've been fortunate enough to have some of these drinks overseas, whether it's in Europe, South America. I don't remember having anything in Afghanistan, though.
Sorry, real quick, I just wanted to say that Jigo Jarhead said, "Let's go veterans, war fighters, and Isa, Merry Christmas." And then Dave Duenas also says, "Merry Christmas, Charlie and Johnny."
Well, Merry Christmas
yes.
to you, Dave.
Merry Christmas to you, Jigo Jarhead as well. And thank you so much. He's always listening. Thank you so much. And we had a great show with Dave yesterday. So
yeah, I was listening to you guys while I was out there mowing because I got my headset and I'm mowing the yard.
Yes,
I listen to you guys.
Yeah, no, it was
religiously. You and Paulie.
Yeah, we had some really great discussions yesterday. We try to get through the heart of the political thing so that way we can not get so wrapped around today on Christmas Eve. But even with that, there's a lot of things going on, and hopefully, again, the hot topic obviously is the naval hospital is the hospital, and hopefully.
But it sounds like it's a last ditch effort to, I'm not government employee or none of that, but it's like it's a last ditch effort on her part to leave her legacy, or part of her legacy. But it just so happens I don't see it going anywhere. I really don't.
Right, and you know what? And it's going to be either side, right? It's going to be very unfortunate because at the end of the day, it always has to come back, and the main topic of this whole thing has to always be the people.
Mm-hmm.
How is this going to impact the people? And so, whichever way this is going to go, I think somehow we're going to be very impacted because it just doesn't seem like both sides are pulling in opposite directions. And I think that there has to be a period and a time where we come together and really sit down and negotiate this thing, because talking and speaking and
time's running out.
Yeah, time is definitely running out.
And you know that we got the new wave in, and if it doesn't happen now before the new legislature sworn in, it's never going to happen because she becomes a lame duck.
Right,
a lame duck.
And that's the unfortunate part, and that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, we're the ones that are going to be holding the brunt of this back and forth. And we hope that everybody comes to their senses, comes down, and really sits down on the table, negotiates, and does the right thing for the people of Guam. That's at the end of the day, that is what it's all about.
What is absolute? We're going to have the same hospital running around with the same complaints of not this and that and all this financial distress for the next year. It's going to take
Several
them 2 years.
I mean, no, it's going to be like
for whatever they want to do.
Yeah. Oh, you mean as far as just trying to?
The old hospital is going to be sitting right there doing exactly what it's been doing for the last 10 years.
Right.
That might be there for the next 10 years.
Correct.
So the thing is, to me, is fix up what you got.
Right.
fix it up. And it's a poor situation where poor maintenance comes to play.
Right.
I don't know who's in charge of that hospital, but I'd fire that fool. I'd fire him. I'd get out of here. Let Charlie Hermosa come in and he can bush cut the yard and paint this and water blast this and fix this. They've had some expensive equipment. I know that because I used to work at the hospital. In a sense, it's my alma mater.
Right.
When I first got out of the Navy, came back to Guam, the only job I could get was working in the emergency room. So I've watched this throughout the years, and every time something went wrong, if I couldn't do this, I'd go see Brigida Agui, the charge nurse, the one in charge of hiring and firing nursing staff. Bree, the 2 light season's over. Can I come back? Swing it from 3 to 11, Johnny. Emergency room. And that was because she knew I knew what I was doing. And they needed the help. Well, it's the same way.
Right.
It's the same way. That old used to be MCM. Me and George Watson set up the suture room, and it's essentially the same way it was today. Maybe a couple of changes, there's a little thing, but it was essentially set up the way we set it up 25 years ago.
Right. Right. And again, going back to the point that you made earlier about, who is in charge of this maintenance? All these projects that are going on, it just seems like they're just scattered everywhere. Like there's no rhyme or reason. There's no priority list as far as getting the things done.
Everything that's wrong is dereliction of duty.
Yes.
Poor maintenance.
Yes.
I'm sorry, and you can punch me for it if you want, but I know that it's dereliction of duty on part of the maintenance.
Right.
Just like public health. The only thing wrong was the panel. That's the only thing that burned, but they shut it down because they want a new public health.
Right. And also to that, I mean, there's also because there's when we were discussing earlier about this preventive maintenance, right? And those PMs, they're programs, right? These PMs are programs and processes that are part of the overall daily procedures that need to happen in order to maintain anything, even your own car. You PM your car every 6 months. You gotta, or a couple thousand miles. You change the oil. You're making sure the brakes are okay. You make sure your windshield wipers. All that just to ensure that you're safe while you're driving. I mean,
and now these cars got indicators that say,
take it to the,
take it to your dealership.
Yeah.
Maintenance required.
And if you want us to call, we'll call it for you right now.
Yeah,
you're like, whoa.
Hello.
Yeah. So
how dumb do you got to be?
So this PM process is the one focal point that it just seems that we're missing, because the process. But there's also another part of this process is that when we go out and procure some of these new I don't want to call them gadgets, but new systems, they're brand new systems, probably right off the lot, state of the art. Like, for example, some of these AC systems that are being placed in some of the schools. Well, who's trained to take care of these systems? So it's not just a matter of putting them on and you turn them on, everything's good. But when it breaks, who has the knowledge?
How hard is it to get on a phone? And if you got 4 Kenwood air conditioners, how hard is it to call a Kenwood dealership?
Yeah, so that, right. I mean, the communication, what is the plan, what is the process? I'm talking about the units that are brand new units. They're, AC, state of the art type. And when they go down, we don't have the people trained in order to take care of these units. So what is the process? Are they just going to sit there? Are they just going to sit there and over time just wait and it's going to be replaced by something new, and you're going to say, well, these were new at one point, now they don't work?
Well, it's like those guys up at DOC.
Oh.
We need toilets repaired. We need toilet repaired. Well, go. If I'm the boss, okay, you shut down 4 schools, give me 4 toilets out of there. You're not using them. You got the smartest dudes in the world up at DOC. The only thing is they got caught. Except for the few minors that don't speak English and don't know this and that. They got caught because they just didn't know. but it's there.
You're right.
The
Oh,
expertise is there.
That's actually
They got welders, they got plumbers, they got carpenters, they got everybody up there.
Yeah.
Somebody's affiliated. That's, if you look at their background, somewhere in their life, he was a welder for 12 years. Right. He was a plumber for 5 years.
Right.
You tell me they don't. I did a. They offered a class for first aid. Who would be willing to go up there and teach first aid to the prisoners for their own benefit? These guys got shot at the Micronesian Hotel back in the day, and so they decided that they needed somebody in there to knows first aid.
First aid, wow.
So I volunteered, and I went up there, early one time, and I said, "Hey, turnkey, let me just stroll through here. You sure you want to go, Johnny?" I know everybody in here. They're either related or I know them. And I looked at these guys, the meticulous works that they did with popsicle sticks and matches and match covers. And there was this one cat in there reading this book bigger than any Bible I ever saw. It was about this thick and this. And I didn't bother him, but he looked up at me and I says, "You understand what you're reading?" And I looked at words, tiny words. He said, "Yes, I do." He had that strange look in his eye, but he said he knew what he was reading. And that thing looked like nuclear physics to me. You know? I said, the smart guys got caught. They're sitting in this place now.
Yeah. No, I mean, and you know, valid point on that. If we're shutting down schools, like you said, right? If we're going to shut, can we recycle some of those things so that we, and in the military, we called it cannibalizing, right? And it was a no-no. Like if your Humvee or any of your equipment went down, it was not authorized for you to take it from the thing that was down.
But what was the word? Comshaw.
Yeah.
If you needed something bad enough, you send Charlie and Johnny out on a night patrol. What do you need, a Jeep? You need a Jeep with a trailer? That's it.
Yeah.
We come back, there it is, boss.
Yeah. But so, you know, we don't want to cannibalize, quote unquote, but I mean, but at the same time, you know, if the DOC is a priority to make sure we get it into at least in line to where they have running toilets and ACs and, you know, things that are humane, then yeah, we should look at. I mean, if we're going to close these schools down, can we recycle some of that equipment? Unfortunately, right? I mean, it's really unfortunate, but can we put it to good use instead of it just let it sit there?
Well, it's like the 20,000 computers they found in the hospital or Department of Education storage.
Right.
What? That's $500,000 worth of computers, and here's these parents that are out there busting their butts.
You got the look.
Busting their butts.
Lucky you didn't finish that.
It's
a family show.
To give their kids what they need.
Right.
They need iPads or they need whatever gizmos, and they were up there sitting. Somebody should have got shanghaied for that.
Right. I mean, to do that again.
That's unsatisfactory,
right.
Unacceptable.
Yeah. And so those are the things, you know, those sort of things that we're hoping that, and something that we mentioned earlier as well, is the fact that, you know, so there's new folks in town, right, with the 38th coming into, they're going to be sworn in come January. And, you know, there's a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot of low-hanging fruit. And when we come back from the break, we're gonna
we got a break. Man, where's time going?
And we have one more hour, so
yes.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun hour.
Yeah. but
we're gonna sing.
We're gonna sing.
Yeah, we're gonna sing.
We're gonna do a little caroling.
Silent night.
Silent night. Okay. You better get your lyrics ready.
But when we come back from the break, let's touch on a little bit, and I've just been reading about it. Obviously, Senator Dueñas's bill that was just signed yesterday. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it, but we'll have a chance to talk about it.
Okay.
And when we come back from a break, but yeah, I mean, again, we need to make sure we put those priorities in place and ensure that our elected officials know exactly what they need to do, because we are the people, and we're, you know, we
need leadership.
We are the voice. We are the voice, and make sure
leadership.
So with that, and again, if you are listening to us, thank you so much for joining us on this Christmas Eve. We have another hour to go. But within that time, please, if you have any stories or if you have anything going on, let us know. Give us a call. Let us know if you're doing last minute holiday shopping and what the crowd looks like out there, let us know, because I know I have to jump quickly and pick up some last minute gifts here, and just making sure. So yeah, just give us a call, share your stories with us, and with that, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back on the Bright Side.
Political status impacts almost every aspect of our lives on Guam, but many are unaware of our right to self-determination and decolonization. What does it mean, and how can it improve our quality of life? Join the conversation, ask some questions, and learn more about your right to self-determination and the 3 legitimate political status options for Guam. Tune in to Challenge the Status Quo every Monday from 10 a.m. to noon on Wave 105.1 FM, presented in partnership with the Commission on Decolonization and Glimpses Media.
Hey, what's going on, Guam? Dicey Dice here, and I'm inviting you to join me on Power 98 Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. all the way to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We are covering anything and everything from entertainment, headlines. We are doing sports, giveaways, and more. And don't forget, the show is all being brought to you by Riga Royal Laguna Guam Resort, McDonald's. I'm loving it. Shouts out going out to Vitali's Italian Restaurant, Wise Owl Animal Hospital, Lotte Hotel, and Golf Espresso. Rolling with Dice in the middays, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 2 o'clock on Power 98 FM.
KGUM FM, Hagåtña, Guam. The sound of Guam is Wave 105 FM.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Michael Toscano. With holiday travel underway for millions, the weather is complicating matters in several areas. Meteorologist Craig Allen is monitoring the storm systems.
There will also be showers and thunderstorms in the central and lower Mississippi Valley down into Texas and Louisiana. And, of course, the constant influx of storms coming in from the Pacific, with rain at the low elevations and snow in the high elevations, making their way all the way into the western Rockies.
That West Coast storm collapsed a big city pier in California.
During a high surf warning in Santa Cruz, California, 2 people are rescued after a portion of the wharf falls into the ocean. A third person swam to safety. They were city personnel working on the pier at the time. Mayor Fred Keeley says no one was seriously injured.
These are massive piers which weigh hundreds and hundreds of pounds apiece and are being driven by the Pacific Ocean.
The Santa Cruz wharf is closed until further notice. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Holiday gatherings can bring about the spread of illnesses, with whooping cough and flu cases already much higher than last season. Dr. Susanna Hills of Columbia University Medical Center tells us.
And the inflammation that virus causes in the airway and in the lungs can really narrow the airway, cause respiratory distress, and it's what brings most of my infectious disease patients in the winter into the hospital. Some of them end up on ventilators.
In Greensboro, North Carolina, grief over a police officer shot and killed while doing his job.
We want to honor the life and service of Officer Michael Horan, who was killed in the line of duty this morning.
Assistant Greensboro Police Chief M.J. Harris. Officer Horan was fatally shot at a supermarket Monday. A suspect has been taken into custody. The alleged killer of the United Healthcare CEO was arraigned in Manhattan criminal court Monday. CBS News correspondent Lily Luciano was there for us.
Shackled and handcuffed, Luigi Mangione was led into a lower Manhattan courtroom where he spoke briefly to enter a plea. Mangione is facing 11 counts, including first-degree murder in connection with terrorism, for allegedly killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson nearly 3 weeks ago.
Hawaii's Kilauea, believed to be one of the most active volcanoes on Earth, is erupting again. Video from the United States Geological Survey shows lava erupting from vents on the west part of the volcano's wall. Kilauea began erupting at about 2 a.m. local time Monday. By about 6:30 a.m. local time, the eruptions had stabilized. The Hawaiian Volcano Observatory reports that there are no immediate threats. This is CBS News.
Progressive Insurance. What do your home and auto have in common? They're yours, and Progressive protects them both. Bundle today at Progressive.com.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at AbacusPays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Something magical happens when you unbox the best of British TV with BritBox. Stream acclaimed series starring Olivia Colman, Idris Elba, Sophie Turner, Matthew McFadden, and more of Britain's brightest talent. See what's inside, discover something remarkable, and uncover what perhaps you were looking for all along. Unbox BritBox and stream the best of British TV. Start your free trial at BritBox.com.
Well, it's time to say, after a while, crocodile. CBS's Deborah Rodriguez reports on the passing of a famous reptile.
Crocodile Dundee's co-star Bert has died. The Australian Croc Park, where he lived out his final years, Crocosaurus Cove, made the announcement. The reptile appeared alongside Paul Hogan in the original 1986 movie, which became Australia's highest-grossing film at the time. Bert was a saltwater croc captured in the Reynolds River. He was 90 years old. Paul Hogan is 85 now. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Tennessee and Auburn remained numbers 1 and 2 in the Associated Press men's college basketball poll. Iowa State, Duke, and Alabama rounded out the top 5. Kentucky slid 6 spots to number 10 after a loss to Ohio State. Arkansas, Illinois, and Baylor replaced Memphis State and Michigan and Clemson. Michael Toscano, CBS News.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Balanced, fair, thoughtful. Wave 105 FM.
Good afternoon. It is 5:06 p.m. and that is your time check brought to you by Wendy's. Soft drinks are just $1 at Wendy's. Any size, anytime. Take a soft drink break anytime and get what you want at Wendy's. For a limited time only, excludes prepackaged beverages, sweet tea, unsweetened tea, coffee, cold brew, and Dave's Craft lemonades. Not valid in a combo.
Political status impacts almost every aspect of our lives on Guam, but many are unaware of our right to self-determination and decolonization. What does it mean and how can it improve our quality of life? Join the conversation, ask some questions, and learn more about your right to self-determination and the 3 legitimate political status options for Guam. Tune in to Challenge the Status Quo every Monday from 10 a.m. to noon on Wave 105.1 FM, presented in partnership with the Mission on Decolonization and Glimpses Media.
You work all day. Nights are for relaxing. Tune in Monday through Thursday for Light Nights here on Wave 105 FM. Designed to help you chill and forget about the stresses of your day. The wave doesn't stop, but it sure can slow down. It's Light Nights, Monday through Thursday nights till midnight only here on the Sound of Guam. Wave 105 FM.
You are tuned into Wave 105.1 FM on the Brightside with our guest host, Charlie Hermosa, filling in for Polly Suba from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And you can listen on our website, thewave105.com, or watch us live on YouTube, Wave 105 Guam. If you want to reach us on the line, please call us at 671-922-1051 or 1052. You can also text us on WhatsApp at 671-922-1051. The Bright Side is brought to you by Chili's Grill and Bar. At Chili's, more life, great food, and memories happen here. Good to go, your cravings delivered. Order online or download the app. 100 plus restaurants ready to serve. GTA, we start with you. Subway, eat fresh in just a few clicks. Order online at subwaypacific.com for pickup at your convenience or for delivery right at your doorstep. Online ordering at subwaypacific.com is powered by Good to Go, we deliver. At Subway, you gotta refresh to be fresh. Vitali's Italian Restaurant. Craving Italian? Swing by Vitali's Italian Restaurant. Dive into our super pizza, enjoy creamy spaghetti carbonara, or savor the rich fettuccine alfredo. Open daily for lunch and dinner. Taste the best of Italy today at Vitali's Italian Restaurant. Now's that time for your real deal traffic report here on the bright side. Did everybody do their Christmas shopping already? Because traffic is not looking too bad at this hour. But I do have your traffic advisory for the week from tomorrow, Wednesday, December 25th to Friday, December 27th, between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Motorists are advised that the contractor will continue shoulder work along Route 14B and on the sidewalk into Manning. During this time, expect minimal lane shifts and intermittent lane closures. And that is your real deal traffic report here on the bright side.
The views and opinions expressed in this show are that of the show host, guests, and callers. They do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the staff and management of Wave 105 FM, Glimpses Media, or any of our partners. As we strive to provide quality, respectful, and engaging content, we welcome you to participate in the conversation. Thank you for tuning in to Wave 105 FM, the sound of Guam. Enjoy the show.
And welcome to the Bright Side. My name is Charlie Hermosa, standing in for Paulie, and we also have a special guest here, co-host.
Stop saying special guest. I'm just another Johnny.
But you're a special Johnny.
Oh,
so
we'll see when Santa Claus comes tonight.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to see which list did you finally end up being part of.
I asked for a new tarp for my backyard. Which I know I'm not going to get. I have to wait for my birthday for that. But nothing.
That's good. That's good. I mean, sometimes that's
80 years of Christmas, man. You know, you get tired of getting the same old things: a tie, socks, underwear. You know,
underwear. Okay, but you can never have enough underwear. Honestly.
Oh yes, you can when you fill up 3 drawers.
Oh geez.
And then you're thinking, should I give this to the Salvation Army? I'll never use this. I change my underwear twice a week, whether I need to or not. I'm just joking, man. Marines, you don't get away with that.
But, you know, we've been having some really good discussions, and for all those listeners, thank you so much for joining us today. This is the final hour before we cut over on Christmas Eve, and just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you want to call in, please share any stories that you have going on, whether it's anything exciting that's happening this Christmas Eve, or, you know, one of the things that I've been asking the listeners is to call in and let me know what's going on with the traffic. And as Issa just mentioned, the traffic is actually looking pretty good, which is interesting.
Maybe everyone's at home prepping for their party tomorrow.
Well, you know,
or party tonight.
Yeah,
or party tonight.
Guamanians party the night before.
And tomorrow.
And then they feed their hangovers the next day.
But you know, and you know, Guam was off today, so you know it was a holiday, and you know maybe that would allow them to go out early today. You know, because I remember you know this afternoon, mid afternoon it was GPO was pretty packed.
No, just getting there from Teason, I tell you,
you could see that.
Quite a bit of traffic. I said, where are these guys? If they're doing last minute shopping, your kids are all going to be mad at you.
Absolutely. And so, yeah, let us know. I mean, so once again, it looks like the traffic is looking pretty, it's looking good right now. So if you do need to run to the store real quickly, maybe right now is a good time to run out and get your last minute things in.
And if you want to call us in and do a shout out to someone you love within earshot. That'd be nice,
Yeah, absolutely. Like we said, we've been saying, right? I mean, sometimes even a shout out or a phone call goes a long way when it's very meaningful. It doesn't always have to be about either monetary or material things.
Oh,
sometimes.
I mean, I love material things.
It's not always about getting a tarp for the backyard. It's like,
well,
it's not.
Nobody knows.
You're
going
gonna
to
just get a phone call from me, Johnny. So, and a hug.
Okay.
Yes. So Johnny was actually Johnny brought up he made a brief comment in regards to drones while we were during the break. So. There's been a lot of activity. You've probably been reading a lot of articles, and
I saw the news clip on the news, Fox News, where these drones were falling out of the sky, and one young kid, unfortunately, got hurt pretty bad, but he didn't die. But there was their conclusion. The only thing was from the experts was that somebody intercepted
the frequency.
The frequency
yes.
did something.
Right. Yeah, I know.
Well, you're the expert on that.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's two things to that, and let's touch on that one first. And yeah, I mean, I was able to read up on it and look at the videos, and unfortunately, that is, we have a lot of processes in place because we actually use the same company. The company that they have in the news, is the same company that we both acquire the same equipment from the same company. And one of the things that we get trained on is safety.
Yeah.
And there's a plan B, and there's a geo fence protection, and then there's a super fence protection, and these geo fences are these circles around the show that almost protect you like a wall. So if a drone starts to do its own thing, it hits that wall and then either bounces back or just goes down in the water. And that's what it looked like. But I also saw a lot that were kind of going really further out. It was almost like there's certain videos where you see them almost coming straight at the crowd. So that is the that is the danger of having these shows when you're above people, and that's
compact and everything.
And that's why we always have to be careful. Anytime that we've done the shows, we always need to make sure that we have enough distance between the crowd and the show. And these are the reasons why. So, but for the most part, they're very safe shows. There's a lot of safe fail processes that we have in place.
Well, I saw the two shows that you've done in EPAL, and it was so precise and everything. It was a beautiful show, and how you guys made the different configurations of the Laddie Stone.
Oh, yes.
The Chamorro flag, the American flag.
Yes.
You did a great, outstanding thing there, and I said, man, whoever's coordinating and doing all this stuff, you got to be one smart cookie.
No, I mean, we love doing those shows.
What you're doing.
Yeah, we love it. And it's because of the crowd really gets into it. They really, and that's why we try to not, I don't want to say we try to keep the designs top secret, but we really want to, show the people and have them be surprised about what the next image is going to look like,
Well, that's the way you do it it's top notch.
Yeah.
You're experts.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it. And so it's really unfortunate, but like I said, for the most part, these shows are very safe. But something definitely went wrong, and a lot of the times it has to do with lost communication frequency with the drones, and they kind of.
Well, they even mentioned hackers or something.
It could be, yeah, and
like
there have been hackers, and it's unfortunate because
it wouldn't surprise me.
The only reason why they would be doing that is just to cause havoc.
Yes,
right. That's the only reason, and it's. When you're talking about radar interference, it's jamming, right?
Mm-hmm.
All those things that can happen, and we have safe fails for if that happens, right? I mean, there's a lot of safety devices that we have within the show that allow us to, if this happens, do this. If that happens, if the drones get jammed, you do this. But, again, and if it was hackers that were trying to do something to create havoc, again.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that it really comes down to that. But on the other aspect is the news about, the sightings of the drones in New Jersey and New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, California.
Yeah, that gets me too.
Yeah.
I says, how can that be?
Yeah, so I was actually in discussions with several companies that we've done business with out of New Jersey, and they've been they have their own theory, and the one thing that I think that is coming to light is that people are looking up in the sky now that everybody's saying, there's drones flying up. People are looking up more into the sky now, and there is, if you live within a flight path similar to what we do, you're going to see a lot of planes at night flying over. And if you're not familiar because you haven't looked up in the sky for a while, you're going to be like, whoa, there's a drone.
What is that?
Yeah, and it's not.
It's blinking lights.
It's blinking lights, right? But it's actually a manned plane. Then it is not illegal to fly at night, your drone, whether it's for recreational or commercial. So there's a lot more avid flyers that are flying at night. So you do have drones that are legally flying that you're potentially...
And those things can go high. What's the highest they can go?
400 feet. 400 feet is, by FAA regulations, 400 feet is our cap without having... without requesting authorizations beyond 400 feet. So, but still, 400 feet is pretty high. At 200 feet, you almost...
Commercial?
They're recreational or commercial.
The show you put on at EPOW.
Oh.
That was 400 feet?
Yeah, I can't go further. Yeah, I would ask request for more than 400. So it's up to 400 feet, and the images were on average 170 to about 200 feet high.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
to me, that's not very high.
Yeah. Long, right? That's how big the images were. So,
but they were beautiful. They were really impressive.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you. And so, but going back to the sightings in Jersey and New York, but I've also spoken to a few experts out there that they have confirmed that there have been government drones that are participating in these training programs for the government military. They might not be classified as military drones. They may be classified more as under the government supervision. Contractors, right? Yeah. But they are larger, a little bigger than not the normal, copters.
Well, the thing is the confusion is this: they don't have communication with the civilians,
right?
And that breakdown there, in the old days, you say, "Oh, I saw something fly over. It's a drone."
Right.
It's government sanctioned, so don't worry about it. Okay, that's cool.
Right. And that's the really unfortunate part, because I think that if the government would sort of just come out with they don't have to go into details exactly what they were doing, but just saying, hey, listen,
don't be alarmed.
Don't be alarmed. We are confirming that we have done some testing, and if you did see a large drone that the size of a pickup truck or SUV, and
that's abnormal. Call it in.
Yes,
give us a ring.
What's going on? We'll let you know what's going on. So, and now that they've created this havoc with the public, more people are being vigilant. They're calling in, and now there's this little separation with sort of what the public and local authorities want against the FAA, because the air is managed and is under the authorization of the FAA, not the local authority. So, like, for example, the local government for New Jersey, New York, they want to pass these bills so that they take on a little authorization as well, which is really something that we were, as the drone industry, we didn't really want, because, then we would have two statutes. We would potentially, like, for example, here on Guam, we would we're following FAA guidelines, but then if you put local guidelines, then we have to follow those guidelines, and you start
just like the fishing.
Yeah, you start superseding
just
in
like
these things that are.
You got your federal laws and the guys that don't know what they're talking about, and then because there's a benefit if you follow the federal laws, you get encumbrances of monies. You get grants following this to enhance this. Yeah, it's all bureaucratic.
Right. And so we didn't want that to happen. So, hopefully the FAA can really make the push and really take the position and come out and really, put this, these sightings to bed.
Well, none of it affects you here on Guam, right?
Well, I've gotten calls, actually. I've gotten messages from folks saying, hey, what do you think about this? What does it look like? From sightings like in the CNMI and some of the shots that I've seen they look like manned aircrafts, and but let me just tell you, we're very vigilant here. I mean, just because of the bases, we have the Air Force Base up north, Navy down south with all
Then
those
you got
submarines.
You got the airframe in between the
and then
airport.
The airport, Camp
Yeah.
Las. Let me just tell you, we don't waste any. If there's, I mean, because you've seen articles where some bases have shut down
Mhm.
because they've seen, you know, the drones have come close or into that general area. We don't waste any time. Let me just tell you, if we have a drone and it encroaches any near the airspace which is restricted, it's getting zinged down. It will be brought down. Let me just tell you. So don't do, you know, make sure you understand. And for all those who have drones that want to fly, this is a perfect outreach program right now that we're doing. If you are going to give a gift, if you're going to give your kids a drone for Christmas, please ensure you understand the regulations of where they can fly, how they can fly. Safety is always number one. Understanding the restrictions is always a must, because as the FAA always says, ignorance is not an excuse. Like, you know, if you fly into it and they zap you down because you got too close to some of the bases, hey, listen, you know, they'll come they'll come after you.
You were warned.
Yep, you were warned. Absolutely, they'll come after you. So, and then the other thing that I want to make sure that the public and the community understands is that please don't take it upon yourself to bring down these drones, because these drones are actually classified as aircrafts. And so under the FAA regulations and authorizations, that if you shoot down or bring down an aircraft, it's a federal offense. So you got to, please don't take it upon yourself to be able to take that.
I just dropped something.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't a drone, was it?
No. So yes. So that's what I would make the
You know,
plea.
that's funny, because you know these drones that are like this big, there ain't no way there's going to be anybody sitting on top of that bad boy. But what about these drones being used for a good purpose, like delivering drugs or
medicine?
You know, medicines.
Yes.
You know, groceries.
Yes.
Things like that. I mean.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. I mean, that's where the industry was saying, hey, listen, you know, let's not, because what's going to happen is if these states get their own authorization, local authorization, then, you know, it just makes the law so convoluted that, you know, you're not going to be able to fly anywhere. Yeah. And so we're really hoping that the FAA really steps in and takes charge of what's going on.
This is where you need common sense.
Yes.
Common sense to derive to these things.
Yes.
So, you know, just common sense.
Yes.
Which is what I wish Guam had, more common sense.
Always,
Yeah.
right? I mean, and again, just kind of keep it simple. Let's not reinvent the wheel sometimes.
Exactly.
And so, but the last comment I would make about the drones is, again, if you're going to give your kids drones, please understand the regulations of where they should fly and how they should fly. And the main thing is to make sure that they are safe.
Where can you find these regulations?
So these regulations, you can go online on the FAA website. And so there's actually, there is an FAA drone zone.com,
Oh.
FAAdronezone.com.
Okay,
and
good
you can,
to know.
Yeah. And so again, that's thank you for bringing that up, Isa. It's really, and
because sometimes I want to get one myself too, but you know, I want to make sure that I'm following all the rules. I don't want to get in trouble by having fun with that drone.
No, absolutely. And that's the way that everybody should be thinking about, just ensuring that they know where to fly and how to fly.
Mhm.
So, and we have a couple of outreach programs coming up. We have another class that we're going to be putting together, training pilots. So
I like that, training pilots.
Yes.
But in the Air Force, these guys, these young kids, they're specially picked and trained, you know, because of their ability to handle certain things. They fly drones from Nebraska all the way over to the Sahara Desert, and they're spotting things, and they're capable of shooting things.
Oh, yes.
You know?
Absolutely. I mean, the Air Force, I mean, they're very big on drones, and the way they fly them, it's almost like, you know, you're in a cockpit.
Yeah.
Right. And you have
some
a joystick.
of those drones they're a small airplane.
Yes,
They're
absolutely.
small, but they're fast. Boy.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I watch a lot of TV, man. You know.
It seems like it.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
You got some really good info.
Oh, you know, when you're retarded, and you got one foot in the bucket and the other sitting around, you pick up on this stuff, you know.
No, that's good. You're well read here.
Like Santa Claus, he doesn't only have 8 reindeer. He's got drones stationed around the world.
New technology.
His technology is
He's moving with the ages. Yeah.
He's modern.
Yeah, he's definitely. Santa Claus is definitely modern.
You see that movie Red One with the Hulk?
I haven't watched that. I want to watch it. Yeah. You watched it?
Yeah, I watched it for a little while and I fell asleep. It was too unbelievable.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch Red One tonight. Maybe.
Oh, is that on Netflix?
It's on Amazon now.
Oh, Amazon. Okay.
Yeah.
Not Netflix. No, it's the other one.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Prime.
Yes.
Yeah, Prime TV. That's
Okay.
one.
Yeah, we'll definitely take a look at that. So again, we're halfway through. We only have 30 more minutes of the show.
Are you
and
kidding
Christmas,
me?
Yeah, absolutely. We're almost there.
I
So-
wonder how these guys do these 4-hour shows. We didn't do this the last time. I don't know. We just went.
Oh yeah.
There was no breaks, nothing, and stuff. But
No. So, thank you so much. Like you said, we're halfway there.
Mhm.
Please come back. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the bright side.
Well, it's time to say, after a while, Crocodile. CBS's Deborah Rodriguez reports on the passing of a famous reptile.
Crocodile Dundee's co-star Bert has died. The Australian croc park, where he lived out his final years, Crocosaurus Cove, made the announcement. The reptile appeared alongside Paul Hogan in the original 1986 movie, which became Australia's highest-grossing film at the time. Bert was a saltwater croc captured in the Reynolds River. He was 90 years old. Paul Hogan is 85 now. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Tennessee and Auburn remained numbers 1 and 2 in the Associated Press men's college basketball poll. Iowa State, Duke, and Alabama rounded out the top 5. Kentucky slid 6 spots to number 10 after a loss to Ohio State. Arkansas, Illinois, and Baylor replaced Memphis, Dayton, Michigan, and Clemson. Michael Toscano, CBS News.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Happy holidays from Pat's Tinting and Detailing. Gift certificates available for the perfect present. Visit us today and spread the cheer. Come in and make your holiday brighter with Pat's Tinting and Detailing. Call 647-SLAM for more information.
Well, bless my biscuits. The holidays are here, and KFC's got just what you need to make them finger-licking festive. Our new KFC Holiday Feast, packed with 12 pieces of my world-famous fried chicken, hearty sides, and fluffy biscuits. And here's the kicker. You'll get a glass casserole dish with your KFC Holiday Feast. Hosting a smaller gathering, our 6-piece holiday meal is just as delicious and perfect for cozy celebrations. This holiday season, take a break. Let KFC do the cooking while you enjoy the loving. KFC, it's finger-licking good for the holidays.
You work all day. Nights are for relaxing. Tune in Monday through Thursday for light nights here on Wave 105 FM. Designed to help you chill and forget about the stresses of your day. The wave doesn't stop, but it sure can slow down. It's light nights, Monday through Thursday nights till midnight only here on the Sound of Guam. Wave 105 FM.
Young surprise! I'm back on Wave 105. It's your girl Nene every Saturday from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Catch your island music tidal wave with Nene. Brought to you by San Lorenzo Laundromat.
Looking for an exciting career? We have fantastic opportunities for you.
Join our team and work at leading brands like Coca-Cola, Subway, Chili's Grill and Bar, Cinnabon, Glimpses of Guam, and Good to Go. Whether you're interested in customer service, management, or marketing, we have roles that fit your passion. Visit www.glimpsesofguam.com to explore career openings and start your journey with us today.
Chili's wants to help you celebrate this holiday season with a gift for everyone. Purchase a $50 gift card at Chili's and receive a $10 coupon for yourself. Give a gift, get a gift. At Chili's, great value and memories happen here.
Happy holidays from Wave 105 FM. Stay tuned and when prompted, be the first to answer our stocking stuffer trivia question. And you get to choose a stocking. Best part is you get to take home whatever's inside it too. Stay tuned and win big this holiday season. Your Wave 105 stocking stuffers are brought to you by Burger King, Lotte Hotel, TGI Fridays, the Guam Reef Hotel, KFC, the Riga Royal Laguna Guam Resort, Manang Picas, and the station bringing you the holiday sound of Guam, Wave 105 FM.
Merry Christmas!
All right, now's that time for your real deal traffic report here on the bright side. Again, traffic is not looking too bad. Just a little bit of slow traffic at those intersections that lead to Route 14 near the ITC building into Munning. Slow traffic on Route 3 in Dededo if you're passing the GRMC hospital heading to the intersection on Route 1. And then you have a little bit of slow traffic on Route 1 in Dededo southbound if you're coming from the intersection that leads to Route 26 up to the intersection that leads to Route 27 near the flea market. Traffic is not too bad at all at this bottom of the hour, but I will give you your traffic advisory for the week. Tomorrow, Wednesday, December 25th to Friday, December 27th, between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m., motorists are advised that the contractor will continue shoulder work along Route 14, Challenge San Antonio into Munning. During this time, expect minimal lane shifts and intermittent lane closures. And that is your real deal traffic report here on the Bright Side.
The views and opinions expressed in this show are that of the show host, guests, and callers. They do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the staff and management of Wave 105 FM, Glimpses Media, or any of our partners. As we strive to provide quality, respectful, and engaging content, we welcome you to participate in the conversation. Thank you for tuning in to Wave 105 FM, the sound of Guam. Enjoy the show.
And welcome back to the Bright Side. My name is Charlie Hermosa, standing in for Paulie, and you told me not to say special guest anymore. So
it's me, Johnny.
It's Johnny.
It's Johnny. Ho ho ho.
And so, it's been it's been a great 4 hours, almost coming up to 4 hours, and on this Christmas,
believe it's gone by so fast when you're having fun.
Absolutely, on this Christmas Eve. So if you're listening to us as at home while you're prepping up or cooking or with family friends, thank you so much for allowing us to come to your house and at least say a couple of things that of interest. Some things maybe you don't agree with us, and obviously there's other things that you may want to.
You
chime in.
have to agree with us because we're the ones talking. So
yeah.
But anyway. But shout out to everybody on duty.
Absolutely. A huge shout out to everybody who's on duty right now, both in the hospitals, the first responders, all those men and women in uniform that are out there overseas, that have family here, that can't be with their families here. And on the reverse side, military members that are here without their families as well.
Exactly.
And we were talking about how that's one of the things as Guaminans, the culture here, we just kind of embrace, we open up. I mean, I'm sure I can meet somebody at the supermarket today and be like, what are you doing today?
Yeah.
And be like, well, I don't have any family. Why don't you come over?
Yeah, they will. Definitely extend the invitation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, make sure you extend that, that helping hand and that courtesy, because that is what makes us special. I mean, honestly, our roads may be kind of screwy.
Bumpy.
A little bumpy, our hotels may not look so shiny.
Yes.
But, the culture, our culture and the way we are as a community, as people, is what really, really drives us.
I got a point.
Okay.
Everybody says they got these big things out now, but how do we get more visitors from off island? You know what you do? Tell them don't come to Guam. Don't come to Guam and enjoy our sunny weather, our beautiful beaches. I said that right. and don't come to Guam for jungle fun and go up the river, the Jonia River, and see the Chamorro Village. Don't come to Guam. That's what if it ain't working this way, and you're trying to entice them with all this luxury and this, tell them don't come to Guam. Guam is the best military secret, and I've heard it so many times, especially from the guys that fell in love with local gals and lived here and raised families. They don't want to go back to Missouri. They don't want to go back to Florida and get flooded out and get ate up by alligators in Louisiana. They love it on Guam, and they always say, "Shh, it's the best kept military."
Oh
secret.
no, absolutely.
You
absolutely.
found that out.
No, absolutely. And going to your point, sometimes when it especially I'm not no marketing expert at all, but the way things have been changing and the way things have changed even through COVID, and the way things folks are the value proposition of what people are paying for now. They're for paying something, and what's the value? What am I getting back from that? And I think that we may have to go back to the basics, right? Of how the tourism was really born here.
Thinking about the old guys, like who was the grandfather of tourism? Bert Umpinko, I think it was Bert. Yeah, he's the one that first discovered tourism, and he invited them, and then it expanded because of the hospitality.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen
culture.
I've seen pictures of what downtown, what Tumon looked like.
Yeah, back in the
It's
day,
just beachfront, nothing.
It had one. The first hotel was the Hilton. The first notable hotel was the Hilton, and it still exists today, and they get a lot of returnees.
Yeah.
And now we got the Deuce at Tawny, that giant big place over there.
Oh yeah. She's looking at you.
And with the contracts with the military, or that's what's keeping these hotels. The Westin, what's the other ones? A couple of other ones.
Oh yeah, you got the Riga, you got the Westin.
But what's disappointing is, and seeing it going to waste, is that big hotel right in downtown Tumon. That big one.
You got the Pacific Star?
Pacific Star.
Right.
Every time I go see my sister Therese down at Trinidad.
Oh, yes.
I look up there and I say, look at the mold is growing. And once you let anything go on Guam without proper maintenance, the jungle just creeps up.
It just grows,
Goes up and on.
And then, the Verona as well, right across the street. That's the other one.
Yeah. Well, that was poorly made to begin with.
Yeah.
There was so many deficiency. Somebody got paid again under the table. Somebody got paid.
But we need to fix that. At the end of the day, we need to fix that.
Yeah.
And, as we are coming towards the end of the show, so let me ask you this question. Same question I asked Pete.
Go ahead.
What is your wish list for 2025? What does that look like?
Well,
I mean, it could be both personal. It can be political.
I'm gonna give,
it can be political. It can be,
I ain't cutting no corners. There's no need to.
Yeah.
Because it's not a lie. It's a personal feeling that as long as I've existed on Guam, you'll never get perfection.
Right.
You'll never get perfection. But when people see you putting out your best, you cannot chastise them for that either. and what you get is what you get. But for what it's worth, when this island has been inundated with $6 billion of monies coming from every different angle, from FEMA, from AARP, from, look at Jim Moylan just got a thing for roads, $600 million. That's over $500 million. And that's when people start shortchanging themselves, thinking that $1 million is like chump fun. No, that ain't chump fun.
Yes.
You know, well, you talked about that $100 remuneration for power. Would I give it back? Hell no, I won't. I mean, no, I won't give it back.
Yeah.
That's mine now.
Right.
You know.
But I mean again, so when we look at that, you know, my personal belief is that if you give me $100 million, I'm gonna utilize $100 million. But if you give me $50 million, I'm gonna find a way to be able to stretch that and make that almost equivalent to $100 million. So it's almost like sort of the theory of, and I've personally proven the theory that, especially with bags, if I have a small bag, that's all I can pack.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I get a bigger bag, I just start filling it with other stuff that I don't need. And then if I get a bigger bag, it just becomes, it's just sort of the nature of how we do things. So I think that if we continue to grow this budget, right, we're $1.3 billion now into this budget. If we continue to grow it, we're just going to expect next year to be 1.5, and then next year. But do we really? Is that really the number, or should it be more closer to 800 million or 900 million? Right. So that is my take on how I feel that every time the budget starts growing, it's a consequence of. It could be a consequence of mismanagement, right? Because we're not really. When you look at these budget plans from the different agencies and departments, I mean, it's almost a copy paste of 2021, 22, 23, and there's no there's no difference.
Look at the veterans budget.
Yeah,
it's a copy paste perfecto.
Yes.
To the dime.
Yes.
And the thing of it is, where is all this money that's come to Guam? Is somebody pocketing this thing? I mean, do we got a magician here somewhere?
Well, no, the magician's in my bank account. Because now you see it, now you don't. So I look at my bank account, I see it, and then I look at it again, it's gone.
We're talking pennies, nickels, and dimes. You and me, we're in the same.
Yeah.
You know, if I had your money, I'd burn mine because it wouldn't make any difference. You know what I'm saying? But the thing of it is, where's all this big time money? I'm not an accountant. I'm not a financier. But every time for the last 3 years that I've heard, 500 million here, 2 million here. I said, excuse me. This adds up to $6 billion. Where is it? Who's hoarding this thing?
Right. Well, I mean,
or how are they hiding it?
Or what is the outcome? I mean, what was the result of that? Right, from all the spending, right?
Exactly.
It's spending.
$6 billion.
It's spending. Where did the spending go?
I don't know, but I nobody can hide that much money. They're burying it somewhere. So I'm going on a treasure hunt. I'm going to be expedition unknown, man. I'm going to call that cat up and say, we got money buried on this island somewhere.
Yeah, you can start a story that's going to carry on for years. About
TV show on Guam. Where's the treasure?
and Issa, what does your list look like? What are you looking forward to in 2025? What does your wish list look like?
Mine's is really different, but from your guys.
We know she wants a drone.
Yeah, you know I want one, but I'm planning to lose more weight.
Okay.
Recently I just lost like 20 pounds, so
Healthy
I'm
living.
looking
Oh,
forward to
congratulations.
lose more. I want to plan on finishing school, college
Good
as a
for you.
medical assistant, and then after I'm done with that, in June, I want to start my career. So
Wait, so you're done with school in June?
yeah.
Wow, you're almost there.
Yeah.
I
And
can't-
then from there, I just want to keep working, right, for a few years and then maybe go back and go back to school and maybe do RN.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So that's
I
my
mean,
plan.
You want to be a real nurse? Oh, right.
Real nurse.
I remember when you were talking about
Yeah.
going to school a couple years ago,
Yeah,
right?
like remember that?
Yeah,
I was
now-
like I was like 18 or 20 years old or something like
now
that.
you're almost done in June. Wow, congratulations.
Yeah.
Almost there, almost there.
Oh, that's right. You got. I'm wondering was it a couple years ago? I just met her this year. What is
Yeah,
it? Nepotism? You guys?
No,
we got
Charlie
it in
and
a
I
radio
have known each
station
other
too.
for a long time. Yeah.
I'm just playing. I know, man.
But no,
I
that's
know
that's
the
great.
story.
That's great. So
Yeah,
June,
thank you.
great things. Healthy
Yeah.
living, finishing school. Those are key things. And anything else on your list, Johnny? That
I never told you
besides
what's on
not
my
giving
list.
back the $100.
I ain't gonna give that $100 back. They can chase me all they want.
Other than the treasure hunt that you're gonna do.
I'm gonna start up a treasure hunt. You know, I don't know what to call it, but I'll come up. with a
You know
name.
what? You should sort of design this map and create this story, this myth, and this thing will carry on for years and years. There is money hidden.
Where's
All you're gonna see is a bunch of holes digged up on
Yeah.
the ground.
You think we got
Yeah.
potholes in the road?
Yes.
I know there's a treasure underneath Marine Drive over there.
No, because I remember there was one bar I would go to and Old Man Joe, and the myth was that he was, sometimes you get to a point in your life you're like, the money doesn't really matter, but he wouldn't take the money to the bank. That was the myth.
Oh, yeah.
And so they said that he would have it hidden in the walls of his house.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, tragic event. They killed him.
Oh.
They went into the house and they killed him.
And they tore down the walls?
The police came in and all the walls were torn down. But they believed that they didn't find anything. And it was a myth that was going out there, like this sort of story that he was keeping money in the house. But either that or he was super secretive and had a different hidden compartment somewhere around the house. But anyway, the house is still there. The myth is still alive.
Don't say where the house is, because everyone's gonna go start breaking those walls.
Is that on this island? Down around where?
And that's what I'm saying. Maybe we create this myth.
No,
that where
man,
is the
because-
where is the money? Is it
No,
where is it
because
hidden?
if they come to the conclusion that's all myth and Johnny's been nothing but BS, they'll come and dig my butt up and Shanghai me out in the ocean.
No. And so, hopefully, again, we were also talking about this during the break. Hopefully the government and everybody involved comes to their senses, right? And sits down and really puts a good strategic plan in 2025 on how to put priorities on the things that are wrong right now on the island, right? I mean, we got to put priorities on top. And like you said, if we're, in theory, to me, if we're going to shut down these schools, and then, let's recycle the things that we can take out of these schools that are still well enough to be able to replace
But
in areas
see,
that are
even
broken.
that's a myth. They haven't done it yet, so I'll believe it when they do it. It's like anything else the government comes out and they say, oh, we got built up this new security system for catching drugs, and we got this agency, this agency, this agency. We got these dogs. We got the X-ray machine. We're going to catch these guys. Well, what led them to come to that idea that's coming through the drain? Take the cat that started the rumor, choke him in a closet, and find out if he was lying. And if he did know something, then choke him some more and have him spill the beans on who's on top of who.
Right.
That's how you do that. I'm not John Wayne or anything like that, but
You've been watching some top secret,
Yay,
you know, CIA type shows there.
Yay, and they got the equipment to do it. He put your needle in his neck, and he's talking all kind of. He's talking about where his mama hides the cookie candy and everything. You know, it's not that hard, but there's people covering up for other people, and it's just constant.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely. It just kind of goes around in circles without really getting any information out there. And I mean, you see the police blotter, right, on the folks they're catching with drugs, and those aren't the folks that are in the leadership poll.
Caught a guy with a pipe and a little residue and everything.
Yeah,
choke that fool. If you determine that that's what it is, choke that fool, and he'll tell you where he got it from. Go to that guy, choke him. He'll tell you who he got it from. It's all a ladder.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a pyramid there. Yeah. So again, and those are the things that on my wish list for 2025. On that when we're talking about that from a political standpoint is that the government really comes to the table and really sits down and put priorities on the things that are going wrong. It's just a strategic plan, and for them to come out and sit down and say, listen, we acknowledge. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen or heard anybody say, "Listen, yeah, we're really in bad shape right now, but this is what we're going to do." I haven't seen anybody come out and take accountability of what's going on. Sit down, come 2025, sit down, create this priority list, and say, "Listen, we know we have an issue with X. We know we have an issue with this X. We have an issue with this. These are the things that we're going to see exactly put in priority and see how we can make them work within the next 3 to 6 months, within the next 6 to 12 months."
Well, the glory to everything in all of this is that you only got one way to go, and that's up.
Yes.
Right now, we're complaining so much because of finances, because of politics, because of religion, all these things into play. There's only one way to go, and that's up.
Yes, absolutely. Completely agree. Completely agree.
We've hit the bottom of the ocean, and we got to go up.
Yeah, but it takes
leadership.
It takes leadership, and the leadership, it takes them to be able to bring everybody together, right? I mean, everybody has to come to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we're a little bit fragmented, but it doesn't mean that we can't come together and move forward. And I think that is what our leadership should be doing right now, right? I mean, you have these fractions. Everybody's coming out with articles and slamming this person and slamming this person, and we're not going anywhere. So, I think we need to all come back and bring everybody together.
Well, with the new red wave coming on, I think we got something. I feel like we got a light at the end of the tunnel.
You actually have a lot of red today,
huh?
You have your Hank. You have your.
Oh yeah, it's the season to be jolly.
Yes.
Hey, are we gonna do that song we were practicing by Mariah Carey?
Yes.
Are you gonna?
We actually can't because that's a copyright. Because we would be singing. No, I'm just kidding. I know.
And I practiced all night with Bobby listening. Oh my gosh.
She's about to go on.
Yeah,
Bobby's about
to go on.
She's about 3 or 4 minutes away from
doing the choir in Tamuning.
Oh, I didn't know she sang.
Yeah, she sings in the choir.
Oh.
Yeah, she's been trying to get me to go there, but I'm no Johnny Sablon, boy. I'm no Gus Keatshoe, boy. I can't.
But do you play any instruments, Johnny?
Yeah, the radio, phonograph. I got some talent.
Okay.
Got some talent.
Well, you got to bring it out.
Well, maybe on our next show coming up on the 8th. No show on New Year's, so our blessings are going out from Bobby and I and Charlie, and of course our beautiful producer. And to all you guys out there in Radio Land, I hope everything goes well for you for Christmas. And for those of you serving on ship, shore, in the air, doing whatever you're doing with a military status, take care.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have about 2 minutes left on the Christmas Eve show. We really want to thank everybody for taking the taking the time to listen to us and maybe tuning us out on subjects that
They
you didn't want.
probably did.
But
we
really,
didn't get no phone calls. Only one from.
no, we had a few. I mean, and remember, I mean, they're
They
listening
must-
to us, and but we really do want to thank everybody for taking the time to bring us either you're into your home listening to us in the radio, or while you're driving. And again, there's a lot of activities going on tonight. Please be safe out there. Please get safe to your final destination. And one of the things that we always want to do is, give a huge shout out to the local, the nurses, everybody who's on duty in the hospital, the
Everybody.
doctors, the nurses, the doctors.
Dr. McDermott and your crew up at CBOC, we love you, and thank you for your extremely great treasure of knowing you and the service that you provide for us.
No, absolutely. The first responders, the police officers, going to be on duty tonight and tomorrow.
Firefighters
The
are going to be on
firemen,
duty.
The folks that are working at the airport as well, receiving those,
Yep,
those
that's
flights.
right.
I mean, the airport's not shutting down.
Yeah.
So we.
Who else? We can't forget anybody.
Who else is open?
The hospital.
Yep, the hospital.
With the RNs up there and the technicians and the orderlies and the...
Every person that's on duty tonight,
Yeah.
whatever on
or
duty,
tomorrow,
and
yeah.
or tomorrow,
or
because
any
we-
private businesses
private
that
business,
may be
right?
open.
The the security guards,
Mhm.
the folks working at the restaurants. They're still, working away. Serving food for the people that are coming out.
And I got to say, Merry Christmas to our Commander-in-Chief.
Merry Christmas.
The governor.
Merry
Yes,
Christmas.
absolutely. At the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, we're all part of the
And the
same.
LT and the administration.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we only got one way to go, and that's up.
Absolutely, and we're here to support in whatever way we can. That's a great point. Wishing the administration a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. We have 1 minute left. Johnny, thank you so much. I wish you and Bobby and entire family Merry Christmas, Happy
We're
Holidays.
Fine. We're fine. We just want to feel that the rest of our brothers and sisters out there in Radioland that you're fine, and you enjoy your season.
Yes, absolutely. Isa, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas to you both and your families.
Thank you so much. And for all those who have joined us today, this evening, this afternoon, thank you so much for joining us. I wish everybody a blessed and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And we are out. Thank you so much for joining us. And
Good
thank
night
you.
and Merry
Those are the bright
Christmas.
side.
KGUM FM, Aganya, Guam.